What is to be or RPG? That is the question. The answer is we're a group of professional actors that plays a weekly Dungeons & Dragons campaign as a fundraiser for the Classical Theater Company here in Houston, Texas. Speaking of the Classical Theater Company and raising funds for it, you can donate to the Classical Theater Company during tonight's episode. And if you do so and you follow us live on Twitch, you will be entered to win a prize. A player's handbook, 5th edition player's handbook, in part provided by our friends at Bedrock City Comic Company. Thank you so much, Bedrock. It is autographed by the cast of To Be or RPG, and we will send this to you. We will announce a winner for this prize at the end of the episode. So, follow us on Twitch, donate to the Classical Theater Company, and at the end of the night, we will draw a name of a winner of this autographed player's handbook. Speaking of donating to the Classical Theater Company, you can do so with the information provided down below in our Twitch channel. You can find a PayPal link down below, or you can donate directly to Classical Theater Company at classicaltheater.org. Either of those are perfectly fine, and we will be sure to log your donation. And it is a tax-deductible donation, and any amount is not only appreciated, but will have you entered in to win the prize. So, heck, $1, $5, your mother's pearl necklace, whatever you want to donate to Classical Theater Company, we will gladly accept it. So, hi. This is episode 3 of To Be or RPG, and we are very excited to be here. We spent the weekend, most of us spent the weekend at Comicpalooza here in Houston, Texas, and we had a really great time. I had a really good time. I picked up a new dice tray at Comicpalooza from Mechie Fool. Mechie Fool makes really cool little things. You should check them out. They have some really cool things. I bought this dice box. It also came with its own cool die 20. I got to pick. Anyway, so tonight I'll be rolling in a new dice box. Everyone, hang on to your hats. But yeah, we had a great time. We were at the Classical Theater Company's booth at Comicpalooza at the George R. Brown Convention Center over the weekend. And we performed on Saturday evening at 6 p.m. We had a reading of Ian Docher's William Shakespeare's Star Wars, The Empire Striketh Back, a Shakespearean mashup of Star Wars script, movie. Words. Cool. So hey, y'all.
Couldn't have put it better.
How is everybody doing? Come on, how was the week? A pretty good weekend, right?
It's a good weekend.
It was cool, man.
It was rad. Never been before. It was really cool.
Right?
So,
yeah.
There are people watching now that we spoke to, and we're so glad that you're here.
Yeah, absolutely. We met so many cool people and told them all about the stream. So we're very excited to have you listening here and get to see us do what we talked about doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was y'all's favorite part of Comicpalooza?
Probably the cosplay. There was some really creative and just massive costumes. The Mech Warrior guy was huge. It's 10 feet tall. A lot of people on stilts. Stilts are in.
The big no face from Spirited Away was like the one that I remember very much.
Yeah, they're cool ones.
I don't know what the mecha suit thing was from, but that thing was like bigger than my
Warhammer.
Warhammer?
That's a space marine from Warhammer 40,000.
There's also a gorgeous Inuyasha cosplay.
Oh, I didn't see that.
There's the multiple-tailed fox.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
I saw The Witcher.
Oh, nice.
The Witcher was really good.
And Quail Man.
Quail Man.
Right.
Fans of Doug.
Doug.
If you didn't know Doug, you just don't know anything.
I wasn't born in 78.
I didn't know.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I know what. I know what Doug is, but I didn't watch Doug.
There are many Doug fans out there.
And there are probably plenty
dozens
listening to
of us.
Still?
Dozens of us.
There's probably someone listening right now.
Yeah.
Doug himself.
Loves it.
And he doesn't think it's funny.
No.
Because that's his last name.
If you didn't know Doug Funny, that was his name.
Oh,
Hey,
I do
Funny.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do know.
His last name is Funny.
Doug Funny,
Funny,
yeah.
That's
He
hilarious.
had a dog named Pork Chop.
It's funny.
That's a good name for a dog.
Yeah.
Funny isn't a good last name, though,
That's fine.
It kind of sets you up for failure, really.
right?
It wasn't very funny, for what it's worth.
Oh, yeah. See, there you go.
Man, you're just shitting on the thing that you've been trying to promote for the last 2 minutes.
I'm trying to promote you out there at making new
Doug.
episodes or something.
I think they are.
Are you guys out there? Are you? Hey, people! There's their hands on the pulse of Doug Funny.
Yeah, our Nickelodeon out there, okay? Like, you'd be in
Sorry,
the chat.
Nickelodeon viewers.
Yeah.
And who knows? Producers, directors, are we? Whoever is listening to this.
Yeah, with their beer. Hey, that's us right there.
So
Mr.
we're.
Funny himself.
Yeah. So maybe there's something in the works. If there is something, put it in the chat. Let us know,
Yeah.
and we'll see. And let us know if there's rumblings of a new Doug.
We'll see what you've dug up.
Oh my God. All right.
You know what? I'm so glad
Hey, you need to roll for that. See if there's bad luck in this
I'm
episode.
proud of you
gotta
today.
roll
That
for
was
that.
great.
It's weird how much you
5.
enjoy having a character at second level. How long he is going to be there.
He's making up for not being here last week.
Yeah. There's a lot of dad jokes.
And there's new emojis, right?
We do have new
Our
emotes. We have
emotes.
new Twitch emotes. Yeah, you should check them out. We I know that we're showing them out there. If you are keen to get your hands on some to be your RPG specific emotes, we have them up there, and they are a treat, to be sure. I don't know if they're all available yet. Some of them still have to be approved, but we still have quite a few up there. So
All approvals go through me. So
they have to. Everything has to be
Are you
passed
Mr.
through.
Twitch?
I'm Mr. Twitch. Yeah.
So everything has to be passed through Blake and his people. Your people.
His people. His people.
My people, yeah. I'm being forced to promote Doug against my will, guys. That's it.
I mean,
Again, shitting on Doug.
that's probably funnier than actually Doug. So, I mean, right? Isn't that the thing? It's not funny.
It's like
Doug's
90s
good.
Nickelodeon
Doug's good.
slander,
He's solid.
and I'm
He's solid.
uncomfortable.
I mean, all right.
We're actually not doing D&D anymore. It's just the
Doug.
roast of Doug.
Welcome to the Doug Funny Roast Night.
Classical
I'm your
theater
host,
roast.
JJ Johnston.
JJ Nematone
First
Johnson.
snort of the night.
Started out early.
Snort of the night.
He's talking about Doug. It's getting me going.
Very good. So yeah, well, that's cool. I'm glad you guys got to go. How many first time con? Look at that. Half
First
the-
con.
First con.
My
So that
con
was-
virginity.
Two po,
Right? Oh, yeah.
We were all thinking it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So yeah, but it was a really good time, and the performance went really well. I thought it was a real good one. I had a blast. I bought a comic book I had been missing, from the short list, the ever shorter growing list of comic books I need for my collection. So I did manage to do that, and I got some cool T-shirts.
You and me
Including-
both.
Yeah.
Including, yeah. Oh
That's
right.
right,
Oh
that's
yeah. We
what
got
I should've
us.
gotten a T-shirt.
That's a cowboy cat.
We got us a cowboy
You
cat.
gonna walk on by without saying meowdy?
Roll.
It's on the back of the shirt.
had a roll.
That came out like Matthew McConaughey in a weird way.
All right.
You walk by without shame, yeah.
So. So yeah. Oh, the first train of the night. Not long
Let's
after.
get it out of the way
first
now.
start. Yeah, just moving on through. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Well, awesome, everybody. Shall we get started?
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
After finding yourselves embroiled in a generations-old feud between two wealthy households in the town of Verena, your band began pursuit of a pair of young lovers who married against their families' wills. Their trail ran cold in the forest village of Riverside, but after a drinking game, a round of cards, and a romantic tryst, they found a young girl named Judith who said she knew where the couple had disappeared to and could lead them there. Their guide took them into the wild Forest of Arden, and after a couple of days of rough travel, made their way to the destination, only for Judith to be abducted by a giant monstrosity named Caliban. After a harrowing fight with this monster and his witch mother, the party freed Judith, who transformed before their eyes into a wild-looking creature with the resemblance of a giant anthropomorphic rabbit, but with wild, bristly fur and bright yellow eyes. and it called itself Puck. The creature, formerly known as Judith, stands smiling in the open doorway of the cabin, its bright yellow eyes looking around at you, and its long ears atop its head twitching. Sorry to be tricking you like that, but that hag Sycorax and her blighty son have been a pain in my master's arse for some time now, and you folks have done me a service. You've also got a couple folks there, a couple lads there on the ground. You might want to be tending to them.
I go over to Bronin. It's like, Bronin, this is what you do. Help them.
All right. I kind of clean myself off because of all the witch bile and all that stuff that got all over me. Okay, all right. I go over to Billy and I lay my hand on him. I give him 5 hit points.
Perfect.
You
grab the holy symbol around your neck and you kneel down and you put your hand on him, and Iliud answers your plead for healing, and Billy, you have 5 hit points now.
Bronin, it was such an awful dream. You were there, and you were there, and you, and who the fuck is that?
Well, hello there.
Where's Vanelia?
Vornelia standing back in the cabin, sort of like framed in the doorway.
Oh, so we can see her. Okay. Are you all right?
I'm all right.
You good?
Yes.
All right.
Vornelia, your ass is a bit singed from the fireplace, by the way.
My ass is a bit singed from the fireplace, but I'm all right otherwise.
All right, if someone will get Thexus up.
I've got it. Hey, Thexus. Hey, Thexus, sleepyhead. Come on, wake up. And a healing word.
Okay. That is how many points?
D4?
That sounds right-ish.
Yeah, D4 plus spell casting.
Perfect.
It's a 1.
Thanks, man.
You're up now. It was a very not graceful wake up, and that's.
What's your spell modifier?
5.
So 5. You also get 5 hit points.
Where's Oh my god, you're all right. What the fuck is that?
I asked the same thing.
Well, hello there. How are you?
Great. What the fuck is that?
Well, this rascally rabbit is apparently named Puck. It's not Judith after all.
What are you?
I might say I am not a rabbit. Thank you very much. And it runs its hands along its big pointy ears. I am not a rabbit. Thank you. I am a puka.
Bless you.
Polka?
And Billy, make a history check, please.
That's a 19.
Ooh.
Plus 1, dirty 20.
Oh, a dirty 20. You have heard of pukas before. They are a very rare fey creature. They are you've never actually seen one before. They're known as to serve greater fey, and they are known to be tricksters in particular, and love to play pranks, and you know are known to be very quick as well.
Okay. Hi, friend.
Hello.
A bit of a shock waking up. What happened to the little girl?
Oh, well, there was no little girl, I'm afraid to say. I done played a bit of a prank on you, I have.
So you tricked us all the way down here just to kill off some purple dude and his, a witch mother?
Oh, yeah, well, it's much appreciated, I might add. She was a pain in my master's arse, and he wanted me to take care of her, and like, you saw how big he was and how wild she was.
Oh,
and
I'm gonna
tough to
skin
take
this
down.
motherfucker for putting us all through this.
Hold on, Thexus, hold on. Who is your master?
My master?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Oberon.
Oh, God, thank the Lord. All right, okay. You know...
I will say, I don't think we're very appreciative of taking advantage of our kindness. We were here to save 2 others, and now, when you could have asked us for help otherwise, you chose to trick us instead.
That's true.
We
Sounds like something you might appreciate, though, eh?
Yes, but not for necessarily people who are wanting to help. Maybe
yes,
those who are higher above us, yes, but we are trying to help two lovers.
I suppose it's true. You did do that. Well, I can't, promise you too much, but I did see the couple the day before. And
We've heard this one before.
They were heading out into the woods to the north.
I'm gonna skin him. I'm gonna skin him.
Wait.
No, don't.
By the way, you took about how much gold did he take from you?
Oh, I didn't take any gold.
Silver.
I gave
The young lass.
I gave.
The young lass still owes me 1 silver piece.
Yes.
Oh, you shit!
How about you pay that silver over for a quick job, mate?
Oh, I'll tell you this. I promised to take you to Barnet Lake, which is what you did. And you're here at Barnet Lake, points over at the lake, and that's the word of the deal we made.
You promised to show us where you thought we would go romance. Well, I'm not going to tell you the names, but 2 lovers were headed, and unless you saw them head this way...
I saw them head out into the woods, and I will say, if I had to guess, they were probably heading to Benfield.
Benfield?
Yeah, it's a wee village due west of here.
Is that land owned by the family, the Monteros?
I couldn't say for sure. I'm not much into, the politics of the whole thing, but, and I'm afraid to say I never got my real estate license, so I'm not really sure. But I will say they, my guess is that's where they were heading. I don't want to make any promises, though.
I walk past this little creature that's pissing me off, and I go and investigate the house inside.
Okay. You walk past Puck. Indeed. But we did make a deal. And you do owe me 1 silver piece. I told you I'd take you to Barnet Lake, and here you are.
We owed Judith a silver piece.
I was wondering if you might give me that last silver piece, please.
Well, it's not. It's the same person.
I reach
That
in and
was
I grab
Booker.
my silver, and I'll give him the silver.
You hand the silver over. Thank you very much.
I will say, you do owe us for taking care of this business, or at least your Oberon does, because that was not part of the deal.
Gilrick, I'd say let's get out of here as fast as we possibly can. As you can tell, they're very shifty. This particular Fae person. And that's just sort of a par for the course when you're out here. That's just the lay of the law,
So, Puck, if we're heading to Benfield, is there anything we should be wary of on that road? Is there anything that local...
And the creature pops back into its other form, its true form. No, you should be all right. I mean, it's the wilds of the woods, to be sure, but there's nothing in particular between here and there. I'd imagine if you made a straight beeline for it, you could probably be there tomorrow before noon, I'd say.
How are we to trust even that?
We're not going to run into a bunch of ogres you want us to take care of for you, are we?
Probably not.
Well, I guess off to Benfield we go. You said it was further north.
It is, let me tell you, it's due west here. Due west.
Oh, I was going to go the wrong direction then.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
I burnt my butt trying to save you. Do you have any healing powers? Can you heal it?
No. I don't believe I could, but I will say this. You might be able to find something inside the witch's cabin behind me. You're welcome to anything you find in there, to be sure. I think she's probably not going to be claiming it anytime soon.
Would we be willing to rest here?
Might as well.
Is
Are
it
you
safe
staying
for
here
us?
with us, Puck?
Oh no, I'm going to be on my way now.
Good.
Yeah.
Should we head into the cabin?
Yeah, let's go.
Billy's
very
going to
well.
hang back.
Have yourself a fine time. Thank you so much for your assistance in my wee need. And got my eye on you, and slaps your ass and then disappears.
Well, that was without consent.
Yeah, that's phase.
That was.
Can I look around the cabin, see if I
Yes.
find anything of value?
Yes, indeed. So you step into the cabin, and it's not terribly big. Maybe 20, 25 feet across, and maybe about 15 or so feet deep. It's pretty big, and it's just crammed full of stuff. There's shelves all on the wall. There's a fireplace on the wall to the right as you walk in, and it has a fire in it. But you notice there are some cinders and ashes that have kind of spilled out from the fireplace onto the wood floor.
That's Cornelia.
There's a small kind of ratty cot with some wood. What's the word I'm looking for? Hides. Sorry, that's what I'm looking for. With some hide blankets tossed on it.
And that's going to be my bed.
It is kind of smelly in here, and there are numerous dried plants and twigs, jars full of strange ointments and fluids, ingredients for things, eye of newt, that whole thing. And you also notice there's about a half dozen little tiny cages that are hung from the ceiling, made out of a dark metal.
Are there animals in them?
You don't see anything from where you're standing. Would you like to make a perception check?
I would.
Please do so.
Smells like a rotten Ramsay in here.
We're not there yet, right? We're not in
That's
the-
a 7.
A 7. That's basically your at a glance. This is what you see in here in the cabin. I mean, you could. How tall are you again?
5'7".
5'7". That's not so bad. You could probably leap up and grab one of the cages if you wanted.
Yeah, because my athletics is great. So let's try it.
Items around.
Sure. Well, Thexus had gone in first, so I was gonna let him get one pass first.
That's a third. That's an 11.
An 11. Okay, that's enough. You reach up and you grab one of the cages and manage to pull it on a hook and pull it off the hook. And you pull it down and you look into this little cage and it's empty except for there's a what at first looks like a dead butterfly in it. But then you look a little bit closer and you realize, oh no, there's a small humanoid form attached to those butterfly wings, and it looks pretty desiccated. It's been dead a while.
Oh, so it's totally dead.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to perform a funeral?
So now the rest of the group, everyone's going in.
I'm looking for something healing, a healing.
Smells like
elixir.
chickens went on a bender in here.
What kind of chickens are you around?
Yeah, make a perception check.
19
I'm already starting with the shit
plus
roll.
3.
22.
22. All right, a modified 22. That's great. So you take a look around, and Cornelia, you find a couple of things, a couple of ingredients that you recognize might actually have some minor healing properties. Basically, you find a bag of what you deem to be are likely good berries.
Ah, yes. Good berries.
Oops,
There are you count them 17 good berries in there. She was so pleased. And I will add, Cornelia, you also spy leaning up in the corner, up against the wall, and you're almost drawn to it. Almost, it has this kind of pull towards you. There's a staff, a long staff with the head of a snake carved into the top of it.
Oh.
Cornelia, you all right?
It's very finely carved, and the snake looks like it's carved as though it's wrapped around the staff. So where you would hold it, basically the grip is this snake's tail, and there's it's a very ornate looking snake's head on the top.
I slowly walk towards the snake staff.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you happy or are you about to poop or something?
There's a big stick with a snake on top. I think I'm going to grab it. I grab it.
You grab it, and you are now holding it. It's like the size of you have a walking stick. You a staff that you walk with. This is roughly that size.
Huh. New staff.
No stuff.
And
It's quite
there's
snazzy, that.
you feel a very strong. Like I said, there's like a pull to this thing. There's like this a draw to it, to you and to no one else.
This snake staff has magic in it.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like a stick.
It's a really cool
I
stick.
feel a resonance inside of it.
Like a good one or a bad one?
I mean, it feels good, but I know that ugly witch woman owned it. I think I'm gonna keep it.
Maybe there's some way you could try it out with something.
Huh.
So unless someone has an identify spell, but you could or a detect magic would determine whether it was indeed
Nice.
magical.
Yes, I detect.
My question though is, have you burned all of your spells?
I have.
We all have.
Yeah,
I have,
because of
yes.
the combat. so.
Okay, I could detect magic.
But detect magic is a ritual.
Okay, it don't work.
Right.
You could ritualize it. So if you have a spell that's called that says it is a ritual next to it in the title, it means you could cast the spell without using a spell slot, but you need to take 10 minutes, and you need to have it already prepared if you are one who prepares spells.
Can I now investigate?
Yes. Please make an investigation check.
Are you doing it too?
I'm going to do the outside of the house.
Okay. So investigation check, and we'll call a perception check on the outside of the house.
3.
3. Great. You walk in. You're like, oh,
It's a house.
it smells really bad in here. It's like this is like really putrid, and it really offends your sensitive, sensitive noble senses. You're like, oh, this is, and you have to like turn around and like walk outside.
This is very rustic. I can't. I need something more like lavender. I can't do this.
It's rich
Could I-
person fun.
And Bronin,
14.
14. So you take a lap around the thing. You notice that the cabin is, despite being pretty remote, you notice it's in really good condition. And harken back to when Thexus cast the firebolt against it. It seems to be like magically preserved somehow or protected, perhaps. So yeah. Anyway, but that's what you glean from you notice that the cabin is in like basically perfect condition.
I step outside, like waft in the air, and
Yeah.
I see Bronin kind of looking at the grounds, and I say, Bronin, are you admiring the architecture?
No, but it seems as if it's not aged at all.
I start to notice. I'm like, huh. I saw the fireball sent by them. Can I do an Arcana check on the house?
Sure, yeah, make an Arcana check.
See where the
So
magic.
roll a die 20 and add your Arcana bonus.
Nat 20, baby.
Kinda.
Nat 20! Wow!
He's already
wow!
burned it
wow!
for the
wow!
day.
Yeah, you know, let's hope you don't have a fight later and wish you had that. So you nat 20 this. There is definitely something magical about the. You determine it seems to be in as though the materials have been that the cabin is made out of have been imbued with some sort of magic that basically wards it against the environment and against anything that might damage it.
So I would conclude that it would be safe to stay inside the cabin tonight.
Presumably.
Well, it looks like the shield is quite powerful, and we would be better off staying in the cabin tonight. So I'll find something to plug my nose.
Excellent. Yes.
While we're in there, could I look around for any fancy, shiny weapons or money or anything
Absolutely.
like that?
Please make an investigation check. This will be very fun because this is going to be a good roll. I'm excited about this.
It's gonna be a good roll.
Yes.
You know, because I got a 2,
Oh, and
and investigation is -2, so
so
flat 0.
a modified 0.
Yeah.
You
Woo!
you
Zero's my
walk
favorite.
in and for whatever reason, like you can't. It's crazy dark in here, and your eyes just won't adjust from the light outside, and you're just like standing there, blinking, trying to get your eyes to adjust to the light in there, and you got nothing. It's also really smelly in here. There is a really like a stench in here.
Oh. I can't make heads or tail of this room. What's going on? Who's in here?
I grab her and I'm like, just come.
Oh, who is that?
It's Thexus. Oh, I'm not in the mood. And I
nearly took your head off, bloke.
You'd be doing me a favor. And I sit her just in a corner by the fireplace.
Blomp.
Stay.
Billy?
Billy's just nervously pacing back and forth outside, and then is hearing the commotion in the cabin with Cree and Thexus. He pops in. He goes, "Everything all right in there?"
Oh, smells like shit.
That's just you. And I walk over to him and I'm like, "Do you want to have an aside? Are you all right?"
Yeah, for the most part.
Let's take a little walk.
Are we looking for money or shiny weapons? Could someone help me?
I throw her a copper piece to shut her up.
Thexus takes a copper piece and flicks it onto the ground in front of you, and you bend down to pick it up, very excited.
It tastes magical, this one.
All right.
I walk him outside into the clearing, like kind of away from everybody.
Okay. Billy and Thexus kind of stroll away as Bronan and Delric, you see them like walk off.
Is it possible to open windows in this house?
If we aimed it out a bit, maybe.
You could. There are 4 windows, to my recollection, in the cabin, and you can open them to in an attempt to air it out, and it does help a bit. Did you want to cast detect magic as a ritual?
Sure, let's do that.
All right, and we'll come back to you guys just one sec.
Sounds good.
Okay. Duration. So it takes 10 minutes.
Yep. So it'll take 10 minutes.
Okay. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any.
Perfect. So you take the 10 minutes, and you begin to cast the spell. Now, and we'll come back to you as you're ritualizing the spell. So you guys stroll off.
Oh, okay.
First off, are you okay? Physically?
I mean, I got my throat raked by a heg, and then it's going to be a radical fucking scar, so that's going to be cool.
That's one way to look at it, I guess.
But the Feywilds make me very uncomfortable,
I do.
I pull out this on a little chain, almost a wood ring that's like knotted wood, like in a flower crown almost with thorns on it. This thing is, it's fucking heavy, man, and I can't go back if they're coming for me. I don't know what they're gonna do to me.
Well, they'll have to go through the whole party to get to you. Which, if it's just me, that you're fucked. But as is evident by earlier. But
just want to get out of here as fast as we can. We got to rest. I don't think we can move on tonight.
No, we can't. You and I are absolutely exhausted. We're not.
Jesus Christ. I thought we were away from this. I thought when we got to fucking town, we'd stay in town, make our fortune there. But now we're in the fucking woods again, and I'm freaking out.
We could leave.
I thought about it, but last time I went into the woods by myself, I got in the fucking woods, and then I stayed in the woods for 5 goddamn years.
Well, you won't be by yourself. I'm not leaving you.
Yeah.
I don't... You can't go charging after danger like that, by the way. I thought I'd lost you. And I don't want to lose anyone else. I felt this fire in my belly, and it went to my head, and I wasn't thinking, and then I was out. And then you were there, and it worries me. And Thexus puts his hand, or I put my hand on the broken horn, and just, it's aching, and it...
Yeah, well, guess that means you like me, eh? Huh?
No? What are you fucking...
Oh, you could have fooled me. Don't want to lose me.
Shut
Yeah, you like me.
I push him over.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, Thexus.
No, this is bullshit. I don't fucking... I just wanted to make sure you were okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. You got any more of that healing? Because I feel like shit.
Yeah, I got a little tune. Let's take a little nap. I think I got something to let us rest easy.
Cool. I already claimed the bed inside, unless you want something not stinky. Actually, knowing you're paranoia. Let's go inside the
Yeah,
house.
I'll take my luck inside the shitty smelling house
Yeah.
and start to double back.
Okay, you guys begin to make your way back. And in this time, Cornelia, you've sat down and ritualized this spell, this detect magic, and you finish the incantation. And similarly as before, you feel the particularly strong pull to nature as you're out in these deep woods, and it speaks to you and fills your soul, and imbues you with this energy and you open your eyes, and if anyone around you could see you, your eyes kind of glow with a pale green light, and you look around the room, and you can see the staff you're holding glows very brightly. It is definitely of magical origin. Additionally, you look over and there's like a small workbench just there to your right, up along the wall. And there's assorted and sundry tools that don't seem to have much of interest, but there's a little tiny pair of what look to be spectacles, like little wire-framed spectacles that are glowing magically there. And then under the cot, there's a small box that is also glowing.
Oh.
Neely, you still in it? It smells
Yes.
like glowing.
Yes, I sense something. These little glasses. And I run over, I grab the glasses.
Okay.
And also under the mattress. And
There's
then
what's under the mattress?
and I run over and what's under the cot?
So there's a small box.
Okay,
It's,
the box.
it's like about so big.
I grab the box as well. So I'm juggling the staff, the glasses, and the box.
Cornelia, you
Cornelia, here.
got them all.
I take the box from her, I'm holding it. I'm like, you say it's glowing, right?
Yes, I detected magic.
So the box is a small metal box that has a lock on, like, in the box. It's not a separate padlock or anything. There's a lock like built into the box. It's a black, dark metal rimmed box. A little smaller than a shoebox.
Obviously requires a key.
Try to open it.
I see that it requires a key, correct? Mm-hmm. Is the hag's body still outside?
It is.
Go check the body.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
It's stinky.
10.
Modified 10? Mm-hmm. Okay. You go over. You find that there is indeed a keychain on her belt.
Yoink.
You you pull the keychain off the rope belt. Well, you cut the rope belt and pull the keychain off of it, and her pants fall down. And you,
It's rotting.
and you there are 3 keys on this keychain.
Look what I found, and I spin and spin and spin it. And I bring over and I try the first key.
Okay. That does not work.
Second key.
Okay. Nothing.
Third key.
All right.
Open it up.
You open it up. Please make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
3.
You missed it by
That I was all so close, man.
that much. And you pull it open. It pops open, and as it does so, this charge of electricity blasts through your hands. You take 6 points of lightning damage. Oh my lord! And you drop the box as it cooks your hands.
Are we back in here to witness this?
You guys are approaching, and you see this happen. You're probably about 15 or 20 feet away, but yeah, you see this happen. Brandon, you see your buddy.
I run up to him and he looks fine. And then I go and I take my sword and I kind of just, pull the box over a little bit.
Okay.
Bleeding.
Okay.
And to see what's inside.
You sort of toy with the box a bit with your sword out, and manage to pull over and peer in. It's as I say, it popped open, and you look down and you see there's a little. Let me find it here. There's a small silver ring and a handful of coins in there.
May I take a look at that ring?
Sure, go ahead. I want nothing to do with it.
I would be careful.
I cast Mage Hand.
Okay. You summon a luminescent blue hand. Is it blue?
Dabba dee dabba die.
Perfect. And it's hovering there before you.
It's elvish.
Can I make an investigation or what would be like an arcana? Or?
You're trying to determine. So it goes and it picks up the ring without incident, and it's kind of like hovering there in front of you.
Does it look familiar to any kind of magical ring I might be familiar with?
You can make an Arcana check.
Yes, please. Big day.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's going to be a 22, darling.
22, very nice. You get a real good examination of this ring, and though you don't know its nature per se, it is definitely a magical ring. You see there are runes inscribed on the inside of it.
I have one on one hand. I use Mage Hand to slide it on the other.
Okay. You put it on the other. It is now on your finger.
How much?
It sizes to your finger as you put it on, by the way.
How much coin is in the box?
You look down. There is. Let me tell you.
I just need one more.
Blanks.
There is 55 gold pieces and 145 silver pieces in a small black leather pouch.
I look in my pouch and I'm like, I thought I had more money.
I feel that in light of our deception by the puka rabbits, that we should divide this evenly.
I agree.
And so I grab the coins, I start counting them out. And,
May I ask that Bronin does this?
what, you don't trust me?
No.
Hand it over to Broden. But I try and take 6 more. As I get into going out, take like 6 more, just a little short, just like
Sleight of hand check.
a 3. well, technically a 5.
Technically a 5. So you try to palm 5 of the 55 pieces, and in doing so, you fumble the whole thing and drop the coins there on the ground.
Oh dear, my hands are so shaky. Sorry. Not my fault.
Tell Rick.
All right. I'm sorry.
1.
Spend the rest of the afternoon counting.
You wanted him to count it. I was going to be faster.
I just like to be correct. 3. Wait.
I give Delric.
Nope.
You made him lose count.
And if you want to parcel out money to your friends, you can donate to us at Classical Theatre.
Oh, well done. Nice plug. Yes, indeed. You could donate to the Classical Theatre Company right now.
Magic number is 6, apparently. 6.
The link to our PayPal account is below on our Twitch channel. Or you can donate directly to classicaltheatre.org.
55 gold coins and how many?
Oh, and 145 silver.
If you need to divide them up evenly, because I've taken this ring, I'll take the lesser one, just to be fair.
Well, I'll tell you what. Rather than spend the next 10 minutes doing math, because it would probably, for a bunch of actors, it's going to take us
Make
10
the chat
minutes. Oh yeah, hey chat.
You guys divvy up the money based on what you feel.
Let's create a communal pot, and then we can divvy it up later.
Right.
Okay, great.
I give Delric some good
Communal
berries.
pot.
Delric, you are bestowed upon with some good berries.
Yes.
Oh no.
For his hands.
You and me both, baby.
Oh right.
How many?
3.
3. Oh, all right.
So you recover the 3 hit points from the 3 good berries. So you have 14 left of which you just took. And there is also, I should add, that fell out of this thing. There's a vial about this big, glass vial. You can see in it. It's got a cork stopper in the top of it, and it is red. And then a couple of minutes later, you notice it has turned blue.
Dabba dee dabba die.
It's cool.
Shaking it.
Drink it.
Anyone want to try drinking it?
Great.
Ooh, I know. Let's evenly disperse all of it in a small little glass.
Smell it first.
Wait a minute.
Does it smell like poison?
Could I smell it?
Sure, make a perception check.
She has a really good nose.
Please make a good one.
It's the best nose we
That's
got.
my
or not, you know.
Fucking shit. That's an 11.
An 11. It has a kind of like a sweet smell to it, but you cannot really identify it. But it has kind of a sweet odor to it.
Smells good.
Cherry berry?
Don't drink it all. If you're gonna drink some, just drink a very small. Who am I? What am I?
I look around
Who am
for
I
little
kidding?
like shot glasses or little small little cups.
I'll take a sip.
You take a sip.
I'll take a sip.
You.
How big's your sip?
I mean,
I'm not good at portion control.
You throw the whole thing down.
No,
Totally.
That is
Totally.
I was going to try.
Shots.
He's
I was
pulling out
going
a
to try
handbook.
for like half of it.
that is what happens. So it is red as you down it.
Should turn into a rabbit.
I was all right.
Hey, you got any characters you were interested in playing after this?
Yeah, no.
Let's see. Where are we at? There we go.
Oh, yeah.
You throw it back, and you kind of like it's very sweet. Like it smelled sweet and it tastes sweet. And it goes down your throat, kind of
punch.
coats it. It's pleasant, and you feel feels like it's kind of a little warm. It's like it's kind of a warming
That's like-
sensation to it.
drinking
and
liquor.
then you notice like, wow, everyone's like getting shorter.
Oh my god.
Weird. And you start to grow.
Get her out of the house quick.
Larger.
Why does everyone look so small?
We push her out the door.
Why does everybody look so small?
Larger and
What's the
larger.
fucking deal?
You are.
wanted a
What is your normal height?
5'11".
God damn
I
it.
think.
You grow and keep growing until you're 12 feet tall now, standing, looking down on this cabin now, and it's a very strange sensation.
You know, it's not the best thing I've ever tasted, but pretty good overall. Like a 7 out of 10.
Giant woman!
You're as tall as a polar bear!
You won't, Vanelia. Why do you look so small?
I wish the bear clan could see you now!
Really, really big woman.
Whoa. I'm quite big, aren't I? Well, was there any left? Oh no, there's
Man,
none
I would
left.
have loved a sip of that.
We all drink it. We're all like 7 feet tall.
How long do you think it lasts?
I hope it lasts forever!
Yeah, this is radical. Fucking hell.
Can I fit out the door?
They
already pushed you
as you
out.
started, they pushed you out. So you were outdoors.
Well, you're keeping first watch. All right? I'm sure you have a good 3 mile radius from there.
Can I pick up the body of Grimace and just like hook it?
Sure, make a strength check.
All right.
Well, you'd be
Grimace.
as big, right? Like almost.
Yeah, Caliban was about 15 feet tall, so roughly the same
15,
size.
Okay.
So that's 15.
Oh, sure. You bend over, you pick up the battered body of Caliban, and start spinning it around like it's a shot put.
Everybody duck! Get down!
Huck the body. It kind of like spins through the air and then lands in the middle of Barnet Lake.
Take that, you big ugly purple fuck.
Delric finds this fascinating. Do the hag next. And I point to them. Oh, do that one.
Have we gotten everything we want
Who
out
wants
of
to bet
her?
how far it goes?
Can I pick her up by the ankle and shake her a bit?
Sure, you pick her up and you shake the body a
Getting
bit.
bile
You
everywhere.
break basically any bone that is left in
Biles
Bile.
God.
just launching all
Just
over.
like and
Just like,
it,
what
like
the?
like you're like the viscous remains of this creature are like kind of now all over your hands as you like
Ugh.
shake it. And
All right, I hope we got everything because I'm getting rid of this.
Ronan, I bet you 6 gold that she throws it 100 meters. No?
I'm not doing this again.
Specifically 6 gold.
Don't be scared, Bronan. Come on.
No.
Oh, Bronan, you know you want to.
You know what? Chuck that shit.
Go. Throw it.
Toss it up and I'll try to throw it as far as I can.
Okay, make an athletics check. Let's see how this goes.
Oh,
no.
Well, that's weird. So that one was an 11.
11. Okay, that's no worries. You have the body. You fling it, and it like a skipping stone on the lake. It's like, before it just sinks into the lake.
Well, that was fun.
Seemed like a
We got to the other ones.
Throw me.
No, I'm picking him up like halfway to picking him up. Oh,
We'll throw him later, yeah?
All right, it's getting dark.
put him down.
I take the spectacles and put them on.
Okay, you put on the spectacles, and after a few minutes have passed, you begin to shrink.
Oh, well, that would. I'm glad we used that wisely.
And Kriya has reduced in size to her normal 5 foot.
You know, also, I just wanted to put out there that this is positive reinforcement for me just drinking random things that I find. Just as a heads up for the group. You know?
I cannot see this backfiring
This is
in
not
any
gonna
way.
backfire.
She's winning the drinking contest now. We have a
Yes,
long-running drinking game.
Fair.
It's true. It's true. All right. Well, great. So you put on the spectacles, Vornelia, and they fit right on. They're round. They're crystal, made of a just a slight pink tinted crystal. And you're looking down, and it's as though you've never experienced this before. I mean, it's as though you were looking through a magnifying glass, as everything is magnified in front of you, and you can see really small details in things.
I walk right into her view. What is wrong? Do they work the same way on her eyes?
Oh yeah, Vernela's eyes are like blink, like huge blinking here.
I can see every detail of your eyebrow.
Really?
We can see every detail of your eyeballs.
Wow.
What do they do?
They make everything larger.
Look at me. I'm a big boy now.
Great. I take the glasses off and I stow them in a safe place.
Okay.
Well, I think we should rest and then get moving for tomorrow.
Get out of here.
Who took the ring? I'm sorry, I lost track of that. Thexus. Okay, so you have the ring.
Why did I fuck up?
We'll find out. No, I just want to be sure you. I couldn't remember. That's right. Yeah, because you put it on. That's right.
Always a
What
good.
time is
Snake
it?
staff.
Or what is the time of day, rather?
It's let's see. You got the. It's about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
It's a bit weird to go to bed right now.
I heard crickets a second ago.
Very loud forest.
Short rest.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, let's at least see. Can I gather up my javelin before I forget?
You go back and gather up the
get my
javelins. You all
javelins.
hucked all at once.
I won't forget.
I think we should take the time to let Billy and Thexus rest.
Good. I'm taking the bed.
To kind of really rest, because you guys got.
I mean, I'd like to leave this forest as soon as possible. So
But we'll leave it first thing in the morning. We know now that there is some sort of magical shield covering this home to protect us against anything that will come near us, so we can safely stay in the cabin.
I guess, all right. We'll
I'll keep
take a
watch
long-
outside the house for a while at least.
I've got after you.
Okay.
I'm staying inside tonight, so
I'll take a watch as well.
yeah.
Oh, look at you! Finally getting all brave all of a sudden.
Well, I did very well that last fight, I think. I'm feeling more comfortable in this space, as long as, he's still standing.
All right, I've got first watch.
Okay, so you guys are going to take. Everyone's going to take a rest in the house, and then we'll have someone on watch outside. Is that the plan?
Yes.
Okay, great. What's the? Typically, a long rest is 8 hours. Shifts are typically 2 hours. What's the watch order?
Me first.
So I'm sorry. I assume you kind of want to I'm going to burn the rest of the afternoon. You're going to spend the night here. Is probably the plan.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So Bronan, you'll have first watch.
No,
Creed
Creed's
I'll have
first,
first
and then
watch.
I'll go.
Creed,
And then Delric.
Do you need
Bronan,
a last one?
Delric, then just one more, or someone come back around.
I'll do it.
Okay, Thexus. Great. Okay. So you guys hang out. Sorry, neglected to mention. You don't have an identify spell, do you?
I do not.
Okay. Just checking.
I do not as well.
Okay, good. Perfect.
Oh, fuck. We got that cleared up.
Take this thing off my hand.
No, I was just checking. I want to be sure. Because until you get the items identified, you do not know how they operate. So
Unless you drink them, you could try drinking them.
save the glasses, which do what you assume they do. But so anyways, so you guys take your watches and Cree, your watch goes without incident.
Okay.
Bronan, you note that the weather is starting to turn a little bit. It had been the weather had been quite nice since you left Riverside and before, in fact. But it's starting to cloud over a bit in the late afternoon, early evening, and it's starting to cloud up a bit, and there's a little bit of a wind picking up off of the lake.
During these long rests, do we prepare spells?
Yeah, so during the long rest, the three of you, so you pick the spells you want to prepare.
Okay.
And then if you lost any hit points, you gain back any lost hit points. And if you used any hit dice, you get those hit dice back. And so that is that's how we work in these long rests. Plus anything you get back, any ability or what have you, you get back after a rest. You
All
get
the
that back
slots.
as well.
Scales and such.
Delric, much to your chagrin, the weather continues to take a turn for the worse, and now it is dark out, and it's starting to just drizzle, misty drizzle, and it's like chilly and damp. And Thexus, you take the watch in the early hours of the morning, and indeed the weather just kind of maintains. It's just kind of damp and cold and drizzly out.
It's raining a little bit.
Basically, yes.
My ears just
So
stick to the face like a sad little deer.
Little fawn ears sort of hang down, dripping.
Off
them.
one of the horn points.
Off one of the horns, yes. So very good. But other than that, you wake up the next morning. Anyone who wants to consume a round of rations, please make sure we remove one set of rations from your inventory. You chow down on some.
Can I have some
Jerky.
of those mushrooms?
Oh yeah, we could do
Sure.
You just need one, right?
that. Just the one.
I'd
Would
like
be
one
plenty.
shroom.
I toss.
So it's a pretty good
Thexus a
sized,
shroom.
meaty mushroom.
Are we right by the lake, or is it a good way?
The lake's not far, like maybe 20 yards from you.
Could I try my hand at fishing again?
Sure.
Okay, I'll do that.
You going out in the middle of the night?
I ask.
Oh, I thought it
Cornelia-
was morning already.
Oh, well, you can make. We can. Oh, you want to do the morning? Sure, that's all.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I asked Cornelia for one good berry to last me through the day.
Have one.
Okay. So you make your way out into the lake, Cree, and you step out, and it slowly comes up, past your feet into your ankles, and you're basically at your waist now, standing, and it's a pretty chilly lake. Standing there, and you're going to try your hand at fishing again, right?
I am.
Okay. So we're going to call this a dexterity check, if I recall correctly.
Fucking hell, man.
It's Caliban.
Caliban, I'm good boy. Sorry, I just love that.
I love that.
So technically that's 4.
You see a fish.
It's a lazy fish?
Because it comes up, and you dive down. You try to go grab it, but it swims away, and you just go head first down into the water in the lake. Whew, you stand up, drenched now. You can keep trying.
I'll try one more time. One more time.
All right, one more dexterity check.
Already wet, might as well.
Okay, well, I should have done better
jail.
than that. So that's a 7.
This you don't go headlong back into the water, but you basically are really focused on that one fish, and you keep following it out, but it escapes your
My
grasp.
bear pride is injured,
I know,
frankly. I sulk.
It's because it's not leaping up at you against.
I
the
know.
stream.
No, I need to be in like a
Stream,
waterfall.
right? Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So,
I sulk back to the group.
Cree sulks back at the cabin.
I hand Cree a mushroom.
Thank you, Nelia. I eat it.
You eat them.
I eat it really fast.
Awesome.
May I please have a mushroom? Thank you.
See how many mushrooms I have.
Not to be an asshole, but could we leave immediately? out of this rainy fucking forest. Yeah?
All right, let's gather our things.
I shake my head and the ears and spray water everywhere.
Thank you, Thexus. Cree, do you need a towel as well, or?
No, I'll be all right.
Oh, God almighty.
Cree shakes, and everyone is now somewhat more damp. You gather your belongings, your packs, your satchels, and begin your trek due west, presumably towards this village of Benfield, one assumes. And you leave the strange, weird cabin behind you and continue along, heading west. The clearing that's around that the cabin resides in is eventually disappears. You walk out of it and you're back into the thick of the woods, and it is again very dense, and it is continuing to kind of like rain and drizzle. The sun has come up, but it's tough to tell because it's so like overcast. It's not like, again, raining is almost too strong a word. It's just like misting constantly, just kind of making everything just damp.
Could I continue marking trees on a way?
Sure thing. You continue to mark your trees along the way, and without problem. Even easier now that they're kind of wet, and you make your way, as I say, through these woods, and it's pretty tough going. Judith knew all of the little tricks and all of the ways, the brambles and the roots and the rocks and the uneven ground, and took you on a really weaving path through the woods. But you guys are just kind of like marching in a straight line, trying to keep on in a westerly direction, and so it's a bit slower than when Judith was leading you. Vornelia, could you make a survival check, please?
You die.
You do not survive.
20.
Nat 20?
Nat 20.
Nice! Holy smokes! All right, well, add your survival bonus.
Always on the wrong page. Okay.
Take the time to donate to us. The link is
Down below.
Plus 5. 25.
Wow! Holy smokes!
Shit.
Well, despite the fact that you cannot see the sun, and even if you could, it would be tough to see because the canopy from the trees overhead is very dense. Vornelia keeps you on a beeline heading due west without any sort of problem. Vornelia, you just have this like innate sense of the cardinal directions, and you're leading the folks straight through this. It's pretty impressive how Vornelia is she is in her element clearly, and walking now with this snake-headed staff. It's kind of just like pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, there you go. It's about actually, can everyone please make a perception check?
Let's do baby pink.
Oh! Got an nat 20.
Right on the kraken.
dirty 20.
Nice.
19.
Wow, holy.
Flat 12.
Does it matter? I mean, I got.
I'm kind of interested
I
now.
got a 15.
Wow, that's like the best round of rolls you guys have had
We
since
got
you
a good long
since you
sleep.
jumped on Honeysuckle's cart.
Yeah.
We perceived the shit out of a squirrel.
You, Bornelius, so focused on just keeping you guys on the track that she doesn't even hear the.
Stop. Cree, what's wrong?
What's up, me?
Oh.
Well, it might be my stomach. Hold on.
No time for stopping. Let's keep going.
No,
Cornelia,
hold on.
Cornelia.
No, not my
I
stomach
go in the
either.
direction of the sound.
Okay.
Sounds like no
Thexus goes immediately towards the sound, and it is something is whining, and you see up ahead, Thexus, right by the base of one of this big old gnarled oak tree, you see a red fox laying on the ground with an arrow sticking out of its side. Jesus. And there's a small, very, very young fox pup that is curled up next to the fox that is laying down, and it is crying.
Is the mother fox dead?
You can't tell at this distance, but it's not moving.
I kind of like quietly motion for everyone to stop moving, and I
What have you found?
take a couple of steps.
Okay.
Towards it.
Make a stealth check.
Because Thexus is great at those. Thexus is great at those. Shit. Where is that boy? Can't find it. It's a 10.
A 10. Okay. You make your way through. You basically just walk and walk up, and the little tiny fox pup looks up at you as you approach, and it kind of shrinks back against the body of the dead fox. I should say, unmoving fox.
Spoiler alert.
Right.
I kind of look back at the group and I'm like, fuck me. And I pull my cloak back so that my tail's kind of coming out.
Okay.
And I kind of do like an animalistic, like calming motion, like I'm not posing as a threat.
Okay.
Getting like close down on the ground to this
Okay.
little creature.
Okay. You make an animal handling check.
That's better. Where is that? That's a 19.
Oh, all right. You kind of get a bit lower, and you basically wag your tail as you get closer to the little fox. It's as I say, it is scrunched up against the belly of the unmoving fox, but it doesn't run when you get close. So you're now within arm's length of it.
I pull out a piece of beef jerky.
You pull out a little bit of beef jerky. It's still, and you go to feed it. Okay.
I place it on the ground.
You place it on the ground. Okay. You place it on the ground near it, and it looks down and sniffs it, and then gobbles it up pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to investigate the mother. Just to
Okay.
see.
Make an investigation. Well, we'll call it. All right, sure. We'll call it investigation. That's fine.
18.
It is dead.
Jesus.
What is it? Why are you lying on the ground?
Shut up, Cree. And I slowly reach out and scoop up. I'm embarrassed. I slowly scoop up this little creature and bring it close.
Okay. It kind of like dog paddles in the air as you pick it up.
Grab it by the scruff. That thing can't fucking move. I work with cats. I know this shit.
And it's desperately trying to move around, and you pick it up and you hold it against you. And it seems to like settle in for a moment.
I kind of just turn back to the group.
Thexus turns around, and Thexus is now holding a small animal.
Now wait a minute.
Make sure it's not a puka.
Where'd you find that?
And I step aside to kind of like motion with my tail the body of the mom.
Can I go and investigate the arrow?
Sure.
He's so excited.
I don't see anything. I don't know. It's an arrow. It's a 4. Well, with investigation,
Yeah.
it's a 3.
3, great.
Oh, honey.
You go up. It's definitely an arrow.
I look around for any archers in the area. It seems.
Make a perception check.
So the first perception was to hear the whining, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that would be an 8.
It could be standing right in front of you. You would miss him. No, you don't see him. You don't see anyone that might have.
There's a technique. Well, I'm going to sound like Mark for a second. There's a technique that we use when we're dealing with feral small animals where you wrap them in a blanket so
Sure.
they get real tight. It also means that they can't move.
Sure.
So I take my scarf off and I bundle that little boy and I keep him right.
Okay. You do so. We'll make one more animal handling check.
Not 20, baby.
Ag!
You guys tonight, holy smokes!
Wrap that
Brought a
fox real
small
good.
animal in.
I guess. All right. Yeah.
Baby
The animal
Jesus.
immediately kind of stops whining and squirming after you've wrapped it in your scarf, and it is now it's shaking a bit, but you have it. You have it.
I think we're either close to town, and then Billy wants to pull. Can you turn around so that she doesn't see? And I pull the arrow out, and I just want to take a look at the arrow specifically to see if it's
investigation check.
Great. A human arrow or something else?
Sure.
It's a 14. Investigation is a 1 for me, so a 15.
Oh, 15. It seems to be likely just there's not anything unique about this arrow. It seems to be kind of a standard arrow, probably by a hunter or a farmer or something.
Well, no hunter would leave a
Kill like this.
untouched fox around, so
Yeah.
there might be
Unless it
someone
ran.
nearby. So we should keep our eyes open for anyone possibly even tracking us.
This is mine now.
Could I try to see how long the fox has been dead for, the mother?
Sure, yeah.
Or did we already... I might not have been listening. Did we already know that?
No, we don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's... I'll call it a perception check.
Okay. I should stop using this dice.
You probably should,
Well,
as you roll it again.
yeah,
dice
I
roll.
was right. I should have stopped using it. That's 5.
It's 5. You get up near it, and
Get real close to that dead body.
it's just it looks I mean, it's not decomposing yet, so
Okay.
there's at least that.
Okay.
Is there anything I can salvage from the animal to potentially trade in a town or anything like that?
You could potentially, if you want to take the time to skin it. Okay, that'll be a survival check.
I'm gonna walk away with this one.
Yeah.
That is a 18.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's dead, but it's gonna be now.
You manage to skin the dead fox, and you now have a
Fox pelt.
fox pelt. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Cornelia, if a hunter came and hit this fox, do you think you could figure out a way to get us towards where it might have come from?
I look around to see if there's any evidence.
I pull out my lute and I go, Cornelia, Cornelia. Bardic inspiration for 10 minutes.
All right. So you can add a one die 6 to your check if you are so inclined. So make a survival check. We'll call this a survival check.
18.
Plus the inspiration.
That's with everything.
That's with everything. Okay, great.
Yeah.
No, that's great.
All the above, baby.
And you're looking to determine what direction.
What direction the arrow came from.
Sure. Okay. You can't. You're unable to determine where the arrow came from. But you are able to determine that the fox moved after it was not shot here and died. You find the fox tracks with some blood trail leading to the west.
The blood
Fox
trail leads to
came
the
from
west?
the west
The direction we were already heading.
after it was shot.
So we're going the right way, it seems.
Let's just keep on with it then.
All
And we'll
right.
bring our new mascot with us.
We're gonna have spent like 20 minutes on this fox, and it's just gonna be like a hunter was out trying to find some game, and that was it.
Yeah. Okay. You guys continue westerly. Vornelia able to guide you along the trail she's found, and you make your way through, and you see through the misty rain. The trees start to clear a little bit, and you can see a little bit further. And there is a stream, a small stream, passing through near the town. And there's like a little stone bridge that passes. It's no more than 15 feet across this stream. And on the other side of the bridge, you see a collection of small cabins and houses, cottages. It's very small comparative to Riverside, which was not all that big in itself. So this is at most a hamlet.
Did you get
Who's
it?
that?
But a very small village, and so you're standing here basically on the other side of this bridge.
You said that it's under the bridge, correct?
What is?
The hamlet is under.
No. You cross the bridge.
Oh, the hamlet's
And
on
that's on the other side.
I didn't
Yeah.
know.
Anyone else thirsty?
Yes.
A little bit, but Billy face plants into the ground, starts kissing the cobblestone. He's like, oh, thank God, civilization.
You're embarrassing yourself.
Oh boy. Okay. I could go for a drink.
All right, let's go.
Sure, let's go.
All right.
Wait. I'd like to determine the sex of the fox before I name it.
Fair
You want
enough.
to do that on the way, or
It needs a name.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You hold up the small fox pup. You unbind it and look at its body places, and it is a male.
It's a little boy.
I'll start taking name ideas as soon as we go get our drink.
Hey, all right.
Scubs.
Foxy Shazam.
Phineas.
Out of
Butthole.
out of character, the chat. Maybe you can come up with a name.
Yeah.
We'll be inspired.
See if you can top Scubs.
Could we call it what?
What?
What
Just
the fox?
call it.
Wow.
If you or someone you know has been affected by Andrew Love's dad jokes, please call the number below. You may be entitled to financial compensation.
We do have a dad joke emote.
There is, in fact, a dad joke emote.
Oh God, that
I like it.
What the fuck?
So, oh man,
It's your fault for bringing the fox.
it's a raccoon. It's a raccoon. I'm changing it to a raccoon now. So you guys make your way over the bridge and into this small town. You assume to be small village. You assume to be Benfield. There are a couple small patches, tough to call farms, but just on the outside, you pass through them fairly quickly, and then you're inside. As I said, there's like a small cluster here. It's again drizzly out, and you've come to what is probably the center of this little settlement. There's a bell on a big on a post, basically for who knows what reason, to alert the villagers to something. So you're guessing this is probably the center of town. There is no tavern or inn that is immediately evident. You do hear there's a blacksmith somewhere, as the ting 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 of the anvil is somewhere nearby, and you can. But to the right, there is. It doesn't. It's. I don't know how to describe it. I would call this an ice house, but there is a building, like a shed, basically, with an open front and like two posts holding up an awning of sorts. And glancing back, you'd say that's probably a bar. You'd have to guess.
You said there was a bell.
Yes, there's a bell.
I
You're
go,
standing right near.
look, a bell, and I start walking over to try and ring the bell.
Okay, Cree, you walk over to the bell. It's a big brass bell, about so big, and it's got a ringer on it.
Oh God.
Okay, well, if nobody stops me, I'm ringing that bell.
No, I'll stop it.
Bronin, you go up and please make a we'll call it a dexterity check.
Where's the dexterity?
It's just
Your dexterity, your ability.
Oh,
yeah.
it is an 18.
Oh,
Okay.
thank God.
You're quick enough.
Dang.
You catch just as Cree is about to grab the rope that's attached to the ringer. You stop her.
Whoa, what's a bell's for?
Usually emergencies.
What's that?
You would wake.
It's an emergency how thirsty I am.
well, let me show you to this lovely place here, and I kind of guide her to the tavern.
Okay. The group meanders over to this open-faced bar of sorts. There is a bar tucked back in this shed and there's a 3 round, relatively small tables. There's 2 stools at the bar. You don't think that this would probably fit more than about 12 people comfortably.
Before we go in, I pull Thexus aside and I say, "Hey, do you want to use this fox pelt as a scarf?"
You sick bastard. I've got the baby in my arm.
Well, it
Might
might-
make the baby feel more at home.
Yeah, it might smell the mom and feel more comfortable.
Gross, but sure.
Here.
You hand over this still a little damp.
I put it around the scarf that's already wrapping. this
There
whole
we
thing.
go. All right. Okay. Nice. Teamwork makes the dream work. You and you do so, and
Here, little baby, you want to wear your
stops.
mama?
It stops the shaking. And you make your way in. There's a little old fella behind the bar, human guy, wispy, receding hair, just a few little wisps hanging out there. He's wearing a blousey white shirt that's stained pretty badly, and a stained white apron over the top of that. And you come in, he's like, "Oh, well, hey there! You don't get many strangers out this far."
Yes, we're actually we're looking for some people. Perhaps you can help us.
Oh, well, perhaps I can.
Is this Benfield?
You done found this is the Benfield bar you're standing in. Yeah. It's probably not evident, but that's where you are.
There wasn't a sign when we walked in.
What's
No,
your
we
name?
had a sign a long time ago, but it fell off and no one bothered to replace it. So yeah, it's the Benfield bar.
And what's your name?
My name, it's Wenton Paul.
Wet and Paul?
Wenton Paul. I have,
Where do you
I'm sorry, it sounded like Wet and Paul.
What's your specialty here at this bar?
my specialty is getting people drunk.
Great.
Excellent.
I'll take your biggest cup full of your strongest drink.
I don't know. Okay then. He ducks down behind the bar and he comes out with a clay jug, pulls the cork off, and into a pretty tall tankard. Like your eyes burn from the alcohol in front of you as he pours it into this like wooden tankard. He's like, "That'll put hair on your head."
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I take it. How much is it?
That's I will call it 2 copper.
I'll throw him the copper. It's got teeth marks on it, and I throw him another one.
All right, he takes it. Thank you very kindly.
Careful with that one. It's magic.
Oh,
Oh my
all
God.
right.
You got any like goat's milk?
We do have some goat's milk.
Can I just have a small saucer of it?
Sure, yeah, no problem. And he goes behind again and comes out with he's dunked something down into a bucket and comes back out with basically a saucer of milk.
I put down a copper piece for him,
No, right kindly.
and I go and sit at a table, kind of in the corner.
Okay,
I'd like an ale, please.
no problem. And he's like, "You have now had everything we have to offer, so just pick from that selection."
One of three.
And he slides an ale across the bar to you.
My friend Broden here would really appreciate a mug of that delicious goat's milk. Right, Broden?
Sure.
No problem. That'll be 1 copper for you as well. It's 2 copper for your.
He loves
You have 2
milk.
coppers?
It's his favorite thing.
Yeah.
Broden canonically lactose intolerant.
It is thick and a little sour. It is goat's milk, but it is.
Thick and
You know.
a little sour. That's what they
Little
call
clumps.
me. That's what they
Just
call me.
caught my
you
beard.
have a milk mustache on top of your own actual mustache.
He's used to drinking goat's milk. He worked in the stables. He knows what it's like.
Sure,
It's
yeah.
just- he loves it.
Worked in the stable.
You worked in
Was
the
he
stable.
your stable boy?
I was.
I actually worked under him.
I don't believe that.
No, it's true. Why would I lie about that?
Because you come from royalty.
Not royalty. I was, from a noble family, but I've got myself into plenty of trouble.
He was the royal pain in the ass.
Understood.
I was the youngest, so
I'd love to hear some stories about Delric being a pain in the ass.
we have
If you don't mind, over your.
You were here yesterday.
Wenton, before we take a seat, I was just wondering, you mentioned that you don't get a lot of visitors here in Benfield, yeah?
No, we don't.
Well, you happen to come across 2 young folk.
An elf and a human, probably hand in hand.
I didn't see anyone in particular. I mean, specifically, there were 2 folks who did come to the town. Let's see, I think that was yesterday.
Did you see them yourself, or did you hear about them?
Oh no, I saw them. They came straight across here, right in front of the old Benfield bar.
What did they look like?
Oh, I don't know. They had their cloaks up. I couldn't see who they were.
Well, did they, are they still in town or did they move on?
Not as far as I'm aware. I'm pretty sure they just kept on going.
Shit.
What direction did they go in when they passed through town?
Oh, they were heading. That's a good question. They headed northwest out of town, from what I could see.
Would there be anyone we can speak to that possibly got a better look at them, or maybe they could have spoken to them and seen any other direction they could have gone?
Well, I mean, I suppose you could ask around, but I'm here. I'm at the heart of things, because you can tell I'm out of the side. Very little passes, by without old Winton catching a glimpse with his peepers.
Except, the exact direction they went. But that's fine.
No, they kept going. I don't know what they did once they were out of the town.
Do you know what's in that northwestern direction? Do you know of any towns or anything out there? Any hamlets?
Structures, anything?
No, we're pretty well removed from most everything. The river's, let's see, is southwest of here, so they weren't heading back to the river.
What about the Montero Manor? Is that up northwest?
Well, now, I mean, I don't know about any Montero Manor, but there is a house that's up that away. From what I know, it's about 12 miles or so
12
northwest
miles
from here.
All
Must
right.
be it. Must be.
What do you know about that house? Do you know anything about it? What it looks like or anything?
I don't. I had never been there myself. I just, heard about it time and again.
Is that?
As long as it's not haunted by a small child, I think we'll be fine.
Oh, God, not again.
Another question. Is there anyone in town that could possibly identify some items for us that we believe contain magical abilities?
Whoa. Magical abilities, eh? I saw you were coming in with one of them strange ones with the horns and the...
I'm
thing.
right here. What?
Well, I'm just saying, I see you come in, and so I'm not that surprised, I guess. But with the magic, listen, it's hard. That's beyond my ken. I'm just saying, that's bad. But there's an old fella, just outside of town. If you had just north of town, his name is Artorius.
Artorius.
He'll do you up. He's kind of a weird one, but he comes into town every once in a while. He's a nice enough fella.
Can we stop there on our way out?
Maybe stop by there. Maybe he had seen something and then
We
continue
can
more
go
northwest.
northwest, yeah.
How far north?
To Artorius? Oh, he's just on the very edge of the village.
It's not far from here.
No.
Finish your drinks. We should go over there.
Already done.
Do you want more milk?
Okay, you're drinking the paint thinner.
Yeah, sure am.
Okay,
Sure.
it's basically moonshine. Like this guy, like is a still back behind the thing they made it. So you're gonna need to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
Did you grab the bad dice? No, you didn't.
Well, you say that.
Oh no.
Constitution,
So your Constitution saving throw. So look at you. It should be next to your abilities. There's a saving throw block.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
that's 11.
An 11. Mm-hmm. All right, it's all right.
A little
It's okay.
tipsy.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have any more.
All right.
I mean,
That's enough now.
Are we going somewhere?
I'm not telling you what to do.
Are we going somewhere?
Yes, Cree, we need to go.
Where are we going?
Oh, just follow us.
Oh,
There's more shiny things north of here.
oh, okay.
Winton, thank you so much for your help.
Yes.
No problem.
I'm from a small town myself, and I know how hard it can be to get the sign up. So here's a gold piece, and I'm gonna put a gold in front of him.
Well, by Laura's tits, that's amazing.
And if we're coming back through, maybe I could play a show for you. Huh?
I wouldn't turn that down.
He's a wonderful entertainer.
He's all
It's
right.
quite good.
So as you can tell from my rave reviews,
Yeah, that's impressive. Sure, I don't see why not. I don't see why
Play the
not.
pants off you.
You could, dust off a stool and stand up on it and perform for all of your friends here.
that
And
Maybe you could even ring the bell.
maybe I could ring the bell too. And if he plays, maybe you could give us all free drinks too.
Well, we'll see about that. We'll see.
Should
Maybe
be
a
rolling
discount.
Christmas,
We'll see about a discount.
Come on, you lot.
And one more thing, if anyone else comes to town and is possibly looking for us, maybe you just didn't see us. Yeah? And I push him another gold piece.
Oh, I don't know where I got all this gold from.
I know I got mine.
All right.
What does that mean?
Broden, it's a joke that I have. Anyways, good seeing you.
All right, very good, excellent. Okay, well, all right. Well, it's nice to see you. And what was your name again?
Billy Wobbleaxe.
Billy Wobbleaxe.
Best
All
remember
right.
that name because it's going to be big.
It's pretty big as it is already. That's a
It
lot
is
of
quite
letters.
long. Yes. Yeah. But we'll go with Billy. How's that?
Billy.
Yeah.
Billy the Bard. All right, sure. Yeah, why not? All right, excellent. Yeah, sure enough. Well, I hope to see y'all again, and you're very free with your gold, so I hope to see you again. Hello, Cree.
Hello.
She's a fancy lady.
I can tell that, and she really downs her liquor. She can hold that. That's pretty impressive.
She beat me.
Oh, impressive.
All right, well, we're going to go ring a bell or something.
No, we're not ringing a bell.
Cree, come on.
We are
Come
gonna
on.
go. All right, thank you so much.
All right.
As we're walking out,
Yeah.
I'd like to walk alongside Delric with a little fox in my arm still. I'm like, who do you think's following us? Why do you say that?
Well, you can never be too careful.
What
'Cause
kind
obviously-
of bounty have you got in your head that we should be careful about?
Well, it's not necessarily a bounty on my head, and I kind of turn my head over to Bronin, and I wouldn't really call it a bounty. It's more like, and I look over Bronin to see if I should say anything more.
Do I need to roll for dairy check or anything like that?
Are you really lactose?
Yeah, all right.
Ronan's
I mean, unless
super
you really
gassy.
want to. Okay.
Brennan's really farty.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
I look over like,
Get in the back of the line. Jesus.
I'm good. I'm 16.
You tell me what it is,
You're
and I'll
only
tell you if you're
16.
good, buddy. You are good. Okay.
but I look over to Bronin and see if I should give any more information. Though I do trust them, it's more of his head, not mine.
Not right now.
I kind of glare at the two of them and I move away to walk alongside Billy.
Okay. You and you guys are heading towards Arturius, presumably?
Yes.
Okay. You head north out of the village. It does not take long to get out of the village. And you can see there is, sitting by itself on the top of a small rise, and beyond it, the forest begins again in earnest, and the mountains beyond. But there's a little shack on a rise, nothing else really around it. Presumably, this would be Arturius.
Well, Cornelia, why don't you go knock on the door and see what this staff is all about?
Oh, all right.
I'll go with you. I got a ring.
So I go up to the door and I knock.
You walk up to this. It's a little thatched roofed cottage, and you make your way up to the top, and you give a knock on the wooden door. A couple of moments later, you hear some shuffling going on around, and there's the door opens, and there's an older looking fellow with kind of a wild wispy beard, and he's got like a striped cap on his head, like a nightcap. And he's wearing like a long white night shirt. And you open the door, and he's like, "Yes, hello, may I help you?"
Yes, my name is Cornelia Greyheart. I just had the pleasure of frequenting your Benfield bar, and I spoke
yes,
with
I have not been there in many years.
Oh. Well, I spoke with Mr. Winton Paul, and he told us you are the expert on magical objects.
Well, I don't know if I'd call myself the expert, but I'm certainly the local authority.
Oh, great.
Right.
Here we go. More cops.
Does the consultation take place in the doorway, or could we come in?
I'm afraid you caught me as I was napping, taking my afternoon nap.
I see. I apologize for my
no, it's
ill-timed
not a problem.
visit.
It's not a problem. Come in, Miss
thank you,
Cornelia
thank you.
Greyheart. Come in.
Cornelia, did you find the dude?
Yes, he's right here.
Yes, I'm right here. You
Oh,
can see me standing
I thought
right
she went
here.
up some stairs or something.
No,
just up the hill. Okay.
I'm like facing the wrong direction.
That was some strong. That was a strong drink she had at the bar.
You walk into his cottage. It's fairly cluttered. Not filthy or anything, but just clutter, a lot of knickknacks here and there. He clears some stuff off. Off one of the chairs, and then there's like a black and white cat. He knocks the cat off of his own chair and sits down and sits down in his own chair and offers you to sit across from him at the table there.
I follow suit.
Yes, my companion and I have a few magical objects that we would like to
I see. Yes. Well, I would say I do not. My services, I'm afraid, are not free.
Oh.
Do perhaps have something in which you could exchange for my services?
If you've got the intelligence to discern our objects, we will pay you fairly.
Oh, my dear tiefling friend, yes.
I'm taken aback.
I am capable of discerning exactly what you have.
Oh. I show him a gold piece.
That is a good start. It is a good start. It is. It would be. I would tell you. I don't get much company here. If you tell me a story, I will discern your objects for 10 gold pieces.
What kind of story?
Whatever story you care to tell me.
I've got one.
Oh, very well then. Yes,
I am not a tiefling.
indeed.
What do you mean, indeed?
Indeed, you are not a tiefling. Please continue.
I was born to a family of elves in Kirintanis. I am the eldest of two. Myself and my brother Thorben, born to an aristocratic family who were not always as proud of their son as they should have been, with the exception of my mother, who gave me this. And I show him my mother's engagement ring. It sits atop my finger. We do not know what causes my ailment, but it is my life's journey to find it and return to what I am actually meant to be. When I was about 12, and he pauses for a second, there's an ache. My family was invaded by the local guard, who came and slaughtered us all, with the exception of myself. There is a magical power inside me. I have felt it only twice. Once at age 12 and once earlier this week. I have no control over it. But it has very powerful ability. And I took off running. I was trained by a man named Matthias for 10 years. Taught me everything I know. He was a brilliant, brilliant man before he passed away. Here I am with my companions who have saved my life more times than I can imagine, and who I have come to care for very deeply. I would do anything for them. Is that a good enough story for you? That's basically my heart on a platter.
That is indeed a very good story. I do hope that it has a happy ending for you, whatever that may mean. What would you care for me to discern here?
Would you like to go first?
This staff.
Ah, indeed. He closes his eyes and begins to cast an incantation, muttering something under his breath. And he opens his eyes, and his eyes have gone completely white. He looks at it. Yes. This is the staff of the adder. Let's give that to Vornelia. A powerful object for one such as yourself, who is, unless I am mistaken, a druid, no?
Yes, indeed.
Of the bear, perhaps?
Yes.
I see, yes.
Well discerned.
Excellent vocabulary, Cree.
She can't see anything. Now she can see.
Oh, pardon my stupidity. Is everyone in the room with us?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I assume the wedding.
Just waiting outside.
But
So
I
you guys
love that, like, she's
wanna play
right there, can't
tiddlywinks?
see, and then...
You place the ring on the table. You place the ring on the table. Again, his eyes still glowing. He looks down at the object, picks it up for a moment, looks at the ring, reads the incantation. He says, "This is a ring of jumping."
Ooh. And these spectacles.
Oh, 3 objects. It was a pretty good story. These are the eyes of minute seeing.
Huh.
I assume it does what it is called.
That it does. It allows you to see things that are very small and the details within them.
May I ask,
Yes.
how do you know these things about us before we've even said them?
Well, as I say, I'm quite good at discerning things. I find clues, perhaps, about you. I know you are quite obviously a tiefling. I will say that is not something that I could not tell it with relative immediacy. But I will say your story was one of... causes me great interest. I am surprised to hear that you are of elven blood. It is a rare thing for a tiefling to appear in an elven bloodline.
How much do I have to pay you to fix it?
Why, I'm afraid I cannot fix anything of that sort. I am not... that is not my ability to change the nature of something. But perhaps you might find answers elsewhere.
Do you know anyone who can?
You might seek some knowledge, perhaps, in the Arcane Society in Verena, perhaps, or the Academy of Magics, perhaps. I could not say for certain. I have not been there for many years, but they would have access, certainly, to knowledge beyond what I have here in my simple home.
Even name-dropping my grandfather didn't do that, so...
Well, it is possible that... I will say elves do not necessarily have the greatest reputation here in the marches of the Lord Empire. So it is possible that they do not hold much sway or even have knowledge of who your grandfather was.
The oath in our bloodline is quite powerful.
Indeed, and one that faced the human Lord Empire, if I'm not correct. Yes?
You are.
Would your name hold any sway?
I have been here alone in Benfield for many years. I would say it is unlikely that anyone would remember or care about me.
So you live here by yourself, then?
I do. Well, and Sneezy, and he points to the cat. A cat sneezes from behind.
You wouldn't happen to have seen 2 strangers pass through here recently, would you have?
I cannot say that I have, but I am not often outside of my own abode. Cottage.
Arcturus, you ever do any work for the Montero family?
Oh, I have not, I am afraid.
What about the mansion up northwest from here? Is that, you know anything about that place?
Oh, I have a recollection of it. Yes, there is a home, a remote out in the woods. I do not know that it is owned by anyone in particular, but it is, from what I understood, was used for smuggling.
Oh, really now? Also, I came across this sword, and I pull out Tybalt's blade. Anything particular? You get any vibes off this?
I just say, That is a fine weapon. But I do not get the sense that there is anything magical about it. He examines it. I don't see any runes, and it does not emanate any sort of magical essence to it, to my knowledge. But it is a fine weapon.
Well, thanks, mate.
Take it back.
Well, shall we all get going now?
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. 5 and 5, Thexus.
You split
gold
the fee.
As-
Oh, yes.
Are we headed out right now? Yeah. As we leave, I go like, oh, I forgot I dropped a walnut in there. And I go back in and
Everyone walks out, and then Cree turns around and says that she is.
and I go, I think that's real smooth. I don't think anybody suspects anything.
Yeah. Make a deception check.
Okay.
We'll see just how smooth it was.
Look at the 20.
Oh,
It ain't
well,
the 20,
that
baby.
tracks. I gotta stop rolling all my dice.
Honey, would you like to borrow?
So that's a 5.
Awesome. No one thinks that you dropped a walnut in any way inside that house, and you turn back around and walk back in. Yes.
I was just wondering, you good at discerning things.
Discerning. Yes, I
Yeah, that's
discern
what I
things.
said.
Yes, that is.
Could you tell,
my skill.
like, just by looking at me, who my parents might be?
I could not tell you that, I'm afraid, young miss. But I will say, they seem to have brought into this world a brave young woman.
Think you have to go now? I turn and I go out the door and I rejoin everybody. I got my walnut. It's good. Good.
Sure you did.
Tear coming down.
I got my walnut. It's good. We're good.
All right, then.
That's a very special walnut, I guess.
And Arturius puts his nightcap back on, ball hanging down at the end. Farewell,
Thank you.
and closes the door behind him. You're standing outside his cottage.
Right, further northwest, and maybe we'll find this small smuggling home.
You know what we should have gotten? A fucking map. Let's go.
I kind of linger by Thexus's side and kind of gently clap him on the shoulder. Just give him a bracing shake. I reach up and do that? I don't know.
Give him a bracing shake.
Like, you got this.
I miss them. I miss them so much.
I totally just envelop Thexus in a bear hug. Like, I was trying to be subtle, but then.
Why am I here? Why am I this? Why is my family gone because of me, Vornelia?
You will find out, Thexus. And if you cannot find the answers, you will write them yourself.
Could I clap a hand on Thexus's shoulder and say, "You're perfect"?
And you're stinky.
Both are true.
Can I roll an internal history check to see if I would recognize, because they named location and kind of where it happened, and maybe I might know a connection of that.
Sure, make a history check.
Nat 20.
Holy shit.
Are you fucking with me?
No.
No, he
Nat 20.
it was.
Well, it's, you said history? -1, 19.
So, you heard of the family that he mentioned. They were powerful wizards that fought in the Third Great War against the elves, between the Lorne Empire and the elven nation of Kirintanis. And they were instrumental in incorporating the dark arts into warfare, and it was a powerful blow against the Lorne Empire. And you've heard of that because you come from a region not far from here, and this was where the front lines were, basically, in that war.
Right.
I linger in the back of the group as they keep walking.
Okay.
Just holding this little fox and very, very tightly.
Okay.
How's what doing?
I walk a little slower behind the group. His name is Thorben. That was my brother's name.
Thorben.
And he's doing fine. I'm his family now.
All right. Where are you guys headed to?
To the cabin.
To the
Okay.
north.
Cornelia, you seem to have a knack for this, so make a survival check, please.
18.
Okay. You find, again, it's still overcast, still drizzly and wet, but you find northwest from here and begin to make your way through the woods. It's now it's about 2 o'clock or so in the afternoon, and you know that you were told that it was about 12 miles northwest of the village, and so it's just as the afternoon. It's basically heading into evening. You see a pitched slate roof rising up over the nearby treetops, and as you approach, you can see a 2-story home made from dark wood and stucco. It looks like a fairly simple building, and yet as you get closer, you notice that there's cracks in the stucco. There's a shutter hanging off. The windows are cracked. Some of them are completely missing, and overall, it's just in a great state of disrepair. The front door is open, and it is quite dark inside. And you see, and you can hear and see running behind the house. So if you're coming up towards the front, running along behind the house is another like small stream.
How far away are we?
You're about 20 yards, 60 feet-ish.
Do we want to go in a little quieter? Try to sneak in? Don't want to scare him, but...
You know, I possibly could send in a decoy.
Yeah, it might be smart to do that and for us to surround all entrances of the house, just in case.
They're not animals, they're just scared children.
Well, sure, but we don't want to lose them.
Could be anyone else in there as well.
Fair enough.
So, why don't you surround the house and I'll send myself in.
Sounds
Is
like a
there
plan.
a sign of peace that the decoy could hold?
Sure. I can think of something. So, as they start walking
Mushrooms
around
on
the
a
house, I invoke duplicity.
Okay. You pray to Gorwed, who answers your prayer and gifts you with a perfect illusionary image of yourself.
And I kind of look at it and I mess with my hair a little bit, almost like it's a mirror. And I make sure I put on a very inviting face. And I send...
Put on that really creepy face. And then and you send it in. Now, you can't see through this, correct?
I would use my senses, but I can cast spells from it.
Right, okay. So you watch, and everyone else is just standing back watching this happen. Is that right?
We're surrounding.
I'll go towards the
house.
stream, sneaky
Okay.
like.
Okay. You make your way around so that, like, encircling it, like some distance
yeah.
between you. Okay. So you each take a spot around the house with Delric standing straight in front. You're about 15, 20 feet from the house. You're gonna get close. Yeah.
Can I do a perception check?
Sure,
See if there's
yeah.
anybody
Yeah.
that I see in the windows. Or
Make a perception check, please.
18 plus 19.
19. You don't detect anything. You don't see. There's no one in the windows. You don't hear anything in particular. The only thing you can really hear are the occasional birds flitting by and the stream running behind the house. You notice that there is those of you who go behind the house, that there's a trail that leads from the back of the house
somewhere else
to the stream itself.
Fresh,
So,
do they look like fresh tracks or?
I'll make a survival check.
Okay, not that one.
Yeah, really.
It's not as bad. All right. 16 plus 2, 18.
There does not appear to be any particular fresh tracks along this trail here.
Okay.
But it looks like it's been worn down. There's nothing growing here, no grass really. It's just been worn down between the house and the stream.
My duplicate goes in.
Yes.
And
so your duplicate now goes up the couple of steps into the house through the door and is from where you're looking at the back of it. It is now standing inside the door.
I noticed that nothing's happened to it, or
no, nothing seems to be interfering with it.
I then walk up the steps and basically like fuse in with my duplicate and take the kind of look around my surroundings.
Okay, so you step into the duplicate basically, and you are now standing in what looks to be it's just an old, empty house. You're standing in an entryway. There's a doorway to your right and a doorway to your left, and a kind of an old-looking stairway that's in the far corner of the thing going up to the second floor. And you stand there and you see, standing at the top of the stairs, looking away from you, there is a small figure, maybe 3 feet tall.
Oh, hell no.
And it is wearing a red hat, like a red hat on its head.
Can I see any of my party members within 60 feet?
No.
From the window or anything?
Nope.
Behind me, nothing.
Nope. 6 people around this house. You can't see anyone else. You'd have to step back out of the doorway.
You said 3 feet tall?
It's about 3 feet, maybe not even quite 3 feet tall, wearing a red cap, facing away from you.
And nothing but a red cap?
And leggings and
all right.
shirt. And you notice it seems to have really big, heavy metal boots. And it turns around. It goes. Because you don't understand what it's saying. And we're going to roll for initiative.
It speaks Spanish!
But before we do so, let's take 10.
Thank you, Jen.
10.
So we're going to take our 10-minute break now. Please, if you have not already donated, please do so to the Classical Theater Company. You can find the information below on our Twitch channel. You can donate through our PayPal, or you can go to classicaltheater.org, donate to us there directly. Your donations are tax deductible. They can be in any amount. They are greatly appreciated. And if you follow us on Twitch and make a donation during this episode, you'll be entered to win an autographed player's handbook provided in part by our friends at Bedrock City Comic Company. So please do that. You've got and come back to the other side where we can see what is going to happen to Delric. Hello, welcome back to part 2 of this evening's episode of To Be Your RPG. We are back now. If you got bumped off because we had to restart the stream because, hey, we're live and technical issues happen, but we're back. And we are excited to be so. If you have not yet donated to Classical Theater Company, that's the whole reason we're doing this. I mean, we're having fun playing games and trying to entertain you, but we're really doing it to raise money for the Classical Theater Company. We're a nonprofit theater company here in Houston, Texas, and we need your support. So please go ahead and donate to CTC. You can do so. There's information below on our Twitch channel. You can donate there through our PayPal. There's a link down there. Or you can donate directly to Classical Theater Company at classicaltheater.org, and it will, and we appreciate any amount, $1, $5, $10, $100, whatever you got in your piggy bank, whatever you have in stocks. We'll take it. We want anything. We would appreciate it. And if you follow us here on Twitch and make this donation, you will be entered to win a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons Player's Handbook autographed by the cast of To Be or RPG. a pretty great gift, if I do say so myself, provided in part by our friends at the Bedrock City Comic Company. So thank you, Bedrock. So a pretty cool gift. Donate, follow us, all that good stuff.
You could have it.
So we are back, and here is what Delric sees.
Actual map.
A map.
Plastic. Oh.
That's not an elf on the shelf.
That's a little red Sonia.
He has got great hair.
So Delric, standing now in the doorway of this big empty old house, covered in dust and cobwebs. It looks unused for a long time, and standing at the top of the stairs is this strange little sinewy creature with a bright white bristly beard, a dark gleam in its eyes, and a big red cap, and it has on its feet huge metal boots with buckles and straps on it, and they look like they're like made out of steel, and it's wielding a huge, evil-looking sickle, wicked-looking sickle with like knocks in it. It's a gruesome-looking little fella up there, and we're gonna roll for initiative.
Is it not including him? Is it just me?
Well,
know what's
we
going
will
on.
have we'll have everyone roll, but
Okay.
no one is yet
16.
made aware. 16.
Nice.
Okay. Well, we'll go around. Hold on just one second.
At least you got that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, did we have anyone who was 20 to 25? 15 to 20.
16.
Delric at 16. All right. That's good. Anyone 10 to 15?
I got 13.
13. All right.
You're gonna come running
really
for
nice
my
outside.
running
So
to save me.
gorgeous.
All right. 5 to 10.
A 7.
8.
All right. Cornelia. Billy. All right. A 5. Okay, very good. Thexus. Okay.
Nice crunch.
I win because I got a 1.
Holy smokes!
Really good. That's like first place.
For losers.
Bronan's like, that ghost milk is finally hitting me.
Sluggish.
I gotta go take a number 2.
Okay. So, well, Delric, you have initiative.
First, I yell out, help! And I immediately react, guiding bolt straight to him.
Okay. So outdoors, you hear Delric yell, "Help!" Thexus and Billy, you're at the front of the house, so you saw him go in. The rest of you are either on the side or the back. Cornelia, Cree, and Bronin, you do not see, or it's going to take you a while to make your way around the house. Okay.
Directionally, can we hear what can we tell about where the yell came from?
Well, you know it's Delric, and you know you left Delric in the front of the house.
Okay.
Are there any windows or anything we could jump through, or?
There are some windows. You could attempt to get up there to one of the windows to try to crawl in if you'd like. But it is they are. There's a couple that are missing. But a lot of them are broken. Most of them are broken.
I want you to Steven Seagal through the window.
Okay. So you're going to guiding bolt.
Guiding
All
bolt.
right. That's a spell attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great.
Yeah, that's a 19 plus a lot more. 19 plus 5
Oh my
or
god,
6.
I've got a fox puppy with me.
Where's my spell attack? I'm sorry. Plus 6, so 25.
Maybe the thing is
25.
lurking.
Okay, that hits. Please roll for
Runaways Jawa.
Guiding
Did
bolt.
get
46. So I grab Gorwyd and I say, "Nay, you fiend!" and I throw the guiding bolt at him.
Okay.
6, 10, 13.
Okay. Sit down.
Oh, that's good.
And he's now glimmering.
Okay, you pray to Gorwed, who imbues you with divine magics, and a streaking bolt of energy launches from your finger, slams into him, blasts him with radiant energy, and he's like smoldering. His already kind of wild, bristly little white beard is like smoking, and a little more crazy than when you left it. And there's a sort of a shimmery glow around him.
And I hold up my shield in front of me, a very small shield, and I just kind of brace for whatever they may attempt to throw at me.
Okay, you ready your shield.
And I'm in the way of the doorway, correct?
Yeah, you're in front of the door.
I'm gonna move 4 squares up, actually toward them. Hopefully in line of any windows.
Okay, this would put you like pretty much in the dead center of the room, between the 2 openings to the other rooms.
Right there.
Okay. All right.
Oh, those are other rooms.
So you march in. Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. Cree, you've heard Delric scream out. Help!
Can I try to run for the nearest window to take a peek in? Or
You can. Sure.
how high up is it?
It's like the sill is probably about 6 feet off the ground.
If only I had my big lady potion.
That's what it's called, Big Lady Potion.
Big lady potion.
Big lady potion.
Can I run over to the nearest window and just try to jump up and pull just enough to see what's going on?
Sure, make an athletics check.
Okay. You've all been so mean to me today.
Borrow any when you like.
All right. Okay.
Athletics.
16.
Okay. You grab your hands onto the windowsill and you pull yourself up, and you peek in through the broken glass. It's pretty dark in there, but it's not too bright outside because it's overcast. So I'm going to allow you to peer in. You are basically like over here, and you look through an empty room and into an opening, and there's a doorway, a portal, and you can see Delric standing there.
Okay. It's Delric! He's inside! And then I drop.
Okay.
Or actually, before I drop, how much broken glass is around the edge of the window?
I mean, it's pretty jagged in there.
Can I try to pull myself up onto the edge to get in?
Sure, you have to make a dexterity saving throw to avoid cutting yourself.
Can I borrow one?
Yes.
Die.
No.
20s?
Or
if you'd like a bigger
Would you
one.
like a big one?
I'll go with this one since I grabbed it.
I can go fuck myself then.
No. Okay, all right. So that's 17.
That's good.
I'll tell you if it's good.
Sorry.
It's good.
I was like, oh no.
You pull yourself. No, it's okay. You pull yourself up. It's trying to influence me. I understand. No, that was good, right? So you managed to like punch out some of the broken glass, and basically fall into the room. Cree, you're pretty much like here.
Okay.
And that's the end of your
that's about
movement.
to stop, okay.
If there's and if you could use a bonus action, you can use a bonus action.
Rage! I'll rage.
Oh, raging! All right. Here we go.
I get a little ring
Flames,
on the side of my face.
The fury encapsulates you and just washes over you like a wave, and you basically use like see red. You are now enraged. Okay, that's it. All right, our little fella here. Runs up 1, 2, 3, 4 straight to
He's so little.
Delric. Charging down, and it's super odd because he looks like a gnome, but he's not a gnome. He might be related to gnomes, but he's like no gnome you've ever seen. And he comes charging down, and you would think someone as small as he is wouldn't make much noise, but as he runs down, each step he takes with these big metal boots is like boom, 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 like shakes the ground, like the wood panels under your feet. And he charges down, and he goes to try to kick you. Please make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm gonna shatter your shit.
Nobody knows.
16.
He comes running up, reels back with one of his foot and tries to kick you as hard as he can, but you manage to step out of the way, and he misses.
Call me Delric the Dexterous.
Nicely done. Okay, and that is his turn. Vornelia, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I would also like to climb through a window.
Looking to climb through a window. Okay,
Yeah.
no problem. So you need to make an athletics check.
$20.
Okay. You leap up in your 5 foot, all 5 feet of you. You manage to leap up and grab onto a windowsill and pull yourself up, peeking through the window. You look to be in the. You're looking into what looks to be like an old empty kitchen. There's like a hearth here, long cold, and that's what you're looking at. It's like a broken glass, but that's all you can see.
Okay. Can I try to climb through the window?
Sure, yeah. Please make a dexterity saving throw. So roll a die 20 and add your dexterity saving throw bonus.
5.
Okay. Not as successful as your companion, and you do manage to like get up into the window, but you slip a bit, and you take 4 points of slashing damage and some broken glass as you fall into the kitchen.
Come by for a few drinks, they said.
You go into the pen.
But you are here.
Okay.
Cornelia.
Great.
Okay. Excuse me. All right. As anything else? Is that your turn?
You have a bonus action.
I make my staff, I talk to my staff, and its head comes to life.
You speak to the staff.
Yes.
You speak the word.
Let's see. You can use the bonus action to speak to the staff's command word.
Okay, so I'll allow you to determine what the command word is for the staff.
Ooh. I speak parcel tongues.
Okay, all right, okay, very nice. You do so, and the head of the staff, it transforms from a carved wooden head into a living snake head.
Wow.
Now.
Okay.
It's now writhing there at the end of your staff.
Ooh.
I'm so mad I technically can't see this right now.
Moises.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, very good. Billy, what would you like to do?
So I'm like
that's what I
flanking
do.
the door almost. Brilliant. So I'd like to get as close as I can to the entrance of the main building.
So I'll say you could use your move to get in the doorway.
Perfect. Do I have a clear line of sight at the little guy?
You do.
And I start playing very softly. Little boy, why don't you take a nap? Little boy, go to sleep, and then cast sleep. I'll think of a better song next time.
Surely there must be a lullaby.
Yes, the spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8.
Okay.
Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected in ascending order of their current hit points. Each creature affected by this spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. The sleeper takes damage, or someone uses an action to shake or sleep them awake. Slap them awake, not sleep them awake. Subtract each creature's hit points from the total before moving onto the creature with the next lowest hit point. So 5d8. 12, 17, 24, 27 hit points.
You come running up and you play this like this like very melodic, sleepy tune, and the arcane energy comes flowing off of it and washes over the creature, but it seems unaffected.
Oh, dread. Okay. Well, that's all I got, and then that's my turn.
All right.
Oh, wait, actually, can I bardically inspire him with a... So after I see that doesn't work, I go, Dale Rick, you're the best Rick. No one other than you, Rick. It's Dale Rick. Pew! Bardic inspiration.
Yeah, you feel good about that. You have a die 6 inspiration.
If music be the food of love, play on.
There we go. That's very nice. Okay, we have now Thexus. This is your turn.
I'm double checking a. Okay. I'm gonna get right up alongside Billy if you don't mind.
Your full move there, but Billy's basically directly in front of the thing, so the doorway.
Can I not see into the doorway then?
You could not see into the doorway because technically you'd be stopping directly on top of him. So, unless you wanted to dash.
No.
Okay.
If I attempted to cast anything on the little dude, would I not be able to?
Yeah, you would need to be able to see him.
Okay. Then.
Unless there's like an area effect spell you have, but likely whatever it is would wind up affecting Delric as well.
Yeah. I'm not. No, I think that's all I can. Then I'll go ahead and dash since there's nothing else I can do.
Okay. Where would you like to go into the room?
Into that corner behind Delric. Other side. Sorry. Yes. Thank you.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
There you
Perfect.
go. Okay.
Thank you, darling.
No problem. There you go. All right. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Great. Bronan.
Deli! I'm gonna dash.
What?
Okay.
That's my nickname.
Oh.
You're gonna move around the house. Okay.
How could I not?
Or as the chat says, Del Ricky Poo.
Del Ricky Boo. You can get about there on your dash on your first turn.
Rickets.
Next turn, another dash will get you in the door probably.
You guys are on your own. I'm running as fast as I can. This armor is really heavy.
All right.
Okay.
Anything else? Okay, great. Delric, we're back around to you.
Since the small creature is now close to me,
Yes.
I am going to cast Inflict Wounds.
Okay.
Here we go. That's a 16 plus. Now it says it's a touch spell. Am I using my mace, my attack bonus with my mace, or I'm not attacking with my mace?
It would just be your you'd just be roll a
My
die 20
spell
and add your your spell
22.
attack. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, that's you hit. Please roll for damage.
There's 3d10.
Nice.
What kind of wounds are you inflicting?
Paper cuts.
The ones that hurt more. All right, so 9.
Just making fun of his haircut.
9, 1, 7. So 17 of
17.
necrotic damage.
Wow. Okay.
Yikes.
So you pray to Gorwood, and you're like this black sort of envelops this blackness sort of envelops your hand, and you reach down and you touch the creature, and it seems to recoil as wounds begin to open up on its neck and its head, bleeding, horrible looking.
And
wounds.
as I'm casting the spell, I say, "The shadow of Gorwit smiles upon you," and it.
All right.
And
else?
then I am going to use. I think that's it for now. Yeah.
Okay.
Is pushing an action? It's not a bonus action.
Like to physically push someone?
Yeah, if I use my movement to push.
No, that would be a basically a grapple. You'd have to.
And I say out loud, Bronan, what's taking so long? Where are you? And that's it.
Very good. All right. Kree.
Oh, it's me. Oh, that was fast. Can I pull out my sword?
Yes.
And try and run. Or, can I run up to him? Am I close enough to run?
The only way you could do it is if you dashed. You could get. You'd be one square away.
Shit. Okay. Well then.
With your
Okay.
full move.
Here's
Yes.
the thing. Pretend I didn't take out my sword. Can I run up within 30 feet and throw a javelin at this little?
You can.
fucker?
Would you like to move as far as you can, and then.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
Is that?
You come charging into the room, and as you do so, you draw out one of your javelins and basically huck it at him at point blank range. So
Yeah.
wow.
Cool.
make an attack with your javelin, please.
Okay.
To the face.
Okay. 17. Wait. What do I add for intent? Oh, just kidding. I'm so sorry.
That's
I'm bad
okay.
at
Your
these.
add your attack bonus with your javelin.
So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
That
21.
hits. Please roll for damage.
Sure it is.
Huh?
That hits. Please roll for damage.
Alrighty. Okay, so 1d6.
Memeing too much.
Okay, 3 plus 4, 7.
+2.
Plus 2, because I'm raging. Thank you. 9.
9 points of damage. Great. All right. Very good. You come up screaming, frothing at the mouth, and chuck this javelin at point blank range into this little dude. It passes like straight through his lower portion and out the other side of him into the room over here. He's like, oh.
In the good way. Okay.
Yeah. Blood coming from his mouth. And he looks at you with an equal amount of hatred in his eyes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then I'm done.
Okay.
My work here is done.
Very good. Okay. He is going to, he pulls back with his sickle and he goes after you, Delric.
Deli.
I can't use my bardic inspiration for defense, huh?
Saving throws, but
Yeah, saving throws.
That is a 25?
Oh god.
Yeah, I think that hits.
I think it probably
Hot
does.
damn.
And you take 5 points of slashing damage. And then he comes back across with it again against you. And he misses. And then he comes back across with it again.
dag.
Well, he
We
may be-
little dudes, we
may be
pack a
small, but
Right? Does an 18 hit.
yeah.
Little.
big, but little his face.
Yeah.
You take 8 points of slashing damage
Good.
as he comes back across. He rakes you back and across with this huge hooked sickle, just like right across your torso. It hurts a lot.
Down.
Sickle.
You're down?
I have 11 health.
Dag.
Oh wait, no, I don't. Baha! I'm still up.
Oh man, don't tease me like
Play
that.
with us like
I'm
that.
so excited.
I go down on one knee and I'm like, never mind.
Oh.
Say, gotcha.
All right. So still hanging on there, Delric. Still hanging on. So that is the end of little fella's turn. To Vornelia. What would you like to do, Vornelia?
I'd like to come into the room. How far can I travel without it being my move?
You're in a room that's basically like this big, so you don't really know what's going on where.
Okay.
You're in an empty room and you can hear like fighting somewhere.
So I travel towards the sound of fighting.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You move into another room. It's pretty spacious in here, and then you can see now this scene.
So that's if I were to, that's as far as I can move.
You can move one. You can move one more square this way.
Okay. What if I dash? How far would I go?
If you were to dash, you could get all the way up to him.
Okay. But then that's all I could do.
Well, you could use a bonus action.
Okay.
Or that would be what was left. Yeah, your action would be to dash.
Okay. So a melee attack is an action.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Darn it. So I use my sling
Okay.
to try to hit the creature.
Sure. Okay, great. You pull out your sling and drop a sling stone into it and begin to over your head. Make an attack roll with it and roll a die 20 and add your sling attack bonus.
Sling attack bonus. 17.
17 hits. Please roll for damage with your
Okay.
sling.
D4. This?
Nice.
Okay. So 1d4 plus 1. 5.
All right, very nice. You come running up, fire a sling bolt. It hurtles through the head and slams him right into the back of the head. It turns to face you.
That's it.
Okay. We are on to Billy. What would you like to do?
Can I use my movement to reach the little guy, or at least have 5 feet of distance between me and him?
You could get adjacent if you wanted to.
I want to do, because if I try to cast a spell next to him, it'll be at disadvantage, correct?
If it's a ranged attack spell. Yes.
Okay, so is this a ranged attack spell? Chicka. If it's a range of self.
What is the spell you're?
Thunder Wave.
So yeah, that's you could cast Thunderwave from there.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So I will run up on him,
Okay.
and as I'm running, misery loot, dun 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 dun, ha ha, and then Thunder Wave out
right.
to try to knock
What's
him back.
the
He must make a Constitution saving throw of 14.
what's the range of Thunderwave?
A 15-foot cube originating from me. And just an attempt to
You could get just him.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So it's great. So roll. He's got to make a what saving throw? Sorry.
DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Constitution save. He makes the save.
Ah, dread. Okay. Well, he still takes the damage,
Yeah.
but only half, so 2d8.
All right.
So that, oh god, math, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and half.
13 and a half, so 6. We round down
Great.
in D&D. All right, very good. You come running in, playing this song as it seems to get louder and louder and louder as you come into the room, and then with one final strum, it's like, boosh! There's this thunderbolt, the thunderclap. He just erupts from you, and he seems shaken by it. Make a history check.
History.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a 1.
You've never seen this creature before in your life.
Oh, what the hell?
There's a little guy.
Very good. All right, Thexus, what would you like to do?
Is everybody in my way?
What are you trying to do?
Cast something to hit the little dude.
No, you can cast through. You can make an attack through your friends.
Firebolt, please.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. A normal-sized creature. He is too tiny. If he was a medium-sized creature, you would be able to do so, but he's small.
I see a gap between Delric and Cree, unless that's just my line of sight.
Yeah, I'd let you move up a couple squares and make a shot through there.
Yes, please.
All right.
Firebolt.
Sure. All right.
No, let's go magic missile.
Oh, all right. Well, very good.
Oh, I guess I gotta roll for wild magic then.
You wouldn't need to roll for wild magic.
17, so we're okay.
Okay.
And then that's a D4. Where's my little dude? That's 3. Five.
5 plus 3 is 8.
Yes.
Okay, very good. You come running up, and as you're doing so, you begin casting the spell, and the magic arcane bolts launch from your fingers, one after the other, and smack into him again and again. He's looking pretty beat up, and he's snarls. Anything else?
I would like to use some more of my movement to get back behind Delric.
Do you want to move over behind him or further back where you were?
Sideways, out of the line of sight. Yes, please. That's good.
Okay. Yep. Very good.
Thank you, meat shield.
Bronin.
So the only ways to dash in. All right, well, I did.
Dashing in will get you in the door. You come.
I'm old!
Bronin comes charging in the door. This chaos here in this old house, and this is the scene you see.
Nice of you to join the party.
A bonus action is all you have left at the moment. Is there anything you care to do with a bonus action?
No.
Okay. Back around to Delric. What would you like to do, Delric?
I hear Bronin wheezing in. My knight in sweaty armor. and then I'm going to cast Toll the Dead.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. What's your DC?
14.
He makes a save.
Makes a save. And then I'm going to
You cast the spell, you hear the bell, but it seems to have no effect on him.
not your favorite tune, huh? All right. I'll cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you heal
1d4 plus 6, 9.
Wow, nice. Okay, very good.
And I look to the little troll dude. And I say, "You have a nice little sickle, but we have a Cree." And I look at Cree.
What?
Kree, it is your turn.
Oh, it is my turn.
What would you like to do?
Where's the little dude? How far away from me is he?
He is 1 square away from you. He's 10 feet from you.
Okay. Now can I pull out my long sword?
Sure, yeah.
And can I swing with both hands for his ankles?
You're going to move in 1 square?
Yeah.
Okay. You move in up adjacent to him, and as you do so, you pull out your long sword and make an attack.
Okay. So, two-handed. 15.
A 15 hits. Please roll for damage.
Okay. See, 1d10 plus 2. Okay. Sorry, I'm still getting used to. So that's a 10, right? Okay,
You wanted to
great.
know?
So 12
Wow.
Plus 2.
plus 2.
Wow.
14.
Very nice. Holy smokes. Okay. You come running in. You swing this thing at this little dude. You come basically bring this blade two-handed straight down onto his head.
Are we allowed to aim? Like, can I go for his ankles?
Not really.
Okay, all right, okay.
Not with the mechanics of the game necessarily.
Sure.
If you rolled a 20, if you rolled a crit hit, I'd allow you to
Gotcha.
maybe pull something like that. But you come swinging in, and it comes crashing down on him, and he's looking pretty beat up right now as your blade cuts deep into his shoulder.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. This guy now, like, beat up, bleeding, just like hisses at all. He's like, yeah. And Cree and Billy, you hear him say, "I will decorate my cap with your blood."
But we hear blah, 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 blah.
And he wheels back and is going to try to kick Billy.
Oh, Lord.
So make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. That is a 9. Right in the
Okay.
neds.
Baby makers. If you weren't planning on having it.
Damn.
You take 14 points of bludgeoning damage as he reels back with his boot and it crushes your knee, and there's a searing pain in your shin as everything starts to go black again. You are
Yep.
down.
Damn.
Those boots aren't made for walking.
No, they're made for kicking me.
And that is his turn. Vornelia, you look of disgust.
I say, Billy Wobbleaxe, go towards the light. And give him
what?
Did you kill him?
Don't go towards the light. And give him a healing word.
Oh, very good. All
Okay.
right.
I've never done this before. Okay.
Okay.
Healing word. This is my bonus action.
Go towards
Okay,
the
great.
light.
And don't go towards the light.
I guess.
1d4.
1d4.
What's my spell casting? So it's a 2.
My spirit's
What's my
slightly
spell
floating
casting
up.
modifier?
You get a little confused.
7.
Wait.
You got 7 points back of health.
Okay.
Thank the Lord.
Then I say, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna shit talk him. All right.
I don't want to do.
I say, decorate this asshole in whatever language he speaks. Elvish.
Nope.
You're going to say it in Elvish?
Yeah,
Okay.
I say it in Elvish.
All right.
And I run towards
No, I don't know.
him. Well, no, I don't want to dash. Can I get within 5?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you can get adjusted.
Okay, I'm within 5 feet.
Yep.
And I use a melee attack with my living snake head
Okay.
staff.
Yep.
I attack.
All right.
So it says, You can make a melee attack using the snake head, which has a reach of 5 feet. Your proficiency bonus applies to the attack roll. On a hit, the target takes 1d6 piercing damage and must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, or take 3d6 poison damage. Well, I have to see if I hit him first.
Okay, you do. So you swing the staff down with both hands. Please, so roll a die 20 and add your proficiency bonus.
Well, it's attack and proficiency, right? So it's.
I don't know. I think it just said proficiency bonus because she's not.
Oh.
This is yet another fight where it looks like 6 adults are ganging up on one child.
It's a 13.
We're very
13
heroic.
hits.
Nice.
Okay.
Circle kicking him.
So 1d6 piercing damage.
Okay.
It's this one. A 1.
What, so it's just a straight 1d6, and then he has to make a Constitution saving throw?
Yes.
Against a DC 15, did you say?
Yes.
He did not make his saving throw.
Yeah.
Gets that poison.
So now he takes 3d6 poison damage.
Okay, so roll
So
3d6 and
Wow.
add them together.
Okay. Oh my goodness. 11.
Tell us the stage direction.
My snakehead goes right into his hissing mouth and rips out his throat.
Cornelius, a little blood.
Blood is squirting up.
All right.
This terrifying sight.
It's landing all on me.
Ronan, who missed the fight altogether. You see as Cornelia comes swinging in with this writhing snake-headed staff. It comes down. It's venomous fangs digging into his open mouth, pulling out his tongue, bloody gore pouring out, his eyes seething with hatred, and collapses to the ground dead.
Billy props himself up on his elbows. Holy shit, Cornelia! That was fucking metal!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
My prize just makes me jump high. One of those.
Very nice.
That
All
was
right.
the coolest thing I've ever seen.
It's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Hey, Bronan, did you see that from there? Did
Are you
see
going to
that?
keep this?
Yes, I did.
All right.
Are you going to keep his little throaty bits? You could dry him out with something, might be useful.
What the hell is he?
I don't know, but I take note of those boots and I look at them and I try to remove them from his feet because those things seem a bit
Okay.
Wait, now can I chop him off at the ankles? Can I do
I go to take them off and
I'm like, wait, no!
You lop off his feet.
Yeah.
So
I could have taken them off.
they're like gnome-sized boots. They're like this big, but they are immensely heavy and covered in buckles and straps and screws and bolts. And you managed to
Well, I pull the ankle and
stumps
foot
out
out,
of them.
I like shake it out and get it all out.
So you've got a pair of like gnome-sized metal boots.
I look at Thexus. Can your hoofs fit? I mean, no, really. You could wear it.
Useful.
I don't think they do.
Huh.
I don't think they do.
Are they like tiny child boots or something?
I mean, they would fit a gnome, basically,
okay.
halfling perhaps.
No, none of us are.
Can I grab his red cap and then just give him a little boot?
You pull the red cap off, and as you pull it off, you note that the cap it's leather. It's made of leather. You're not sure what kind of leather it's made from, but it doesn't seem to be cowhide. And whatever dyed it red, you're not utterly convinced about that, what that nature of that is either.
Can I investigate the corpse?
Sure, yeah.
Check out that bad
I saw the
day.
Bardic inspiration. I could use that.
Then do it.
All right. I'll do it instead.
Investigation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 9 -1, but plus a d6.
Bardically inspired.
5, so 14.
Okay. It doesn't have much on him. You pulled the cap off. You pulled the boots off. Well, the legs off. But there is just this wicked-looking sickle.
I've got one of those. Okay.
This looks fun. Can I have this?
We'll be sickle buddies.
I'll arm wrestle you for it.
It's just the one hand. It's like a
Yeah.
Wheat sickle.
I'll arm wrestle you for it.
She'll win.
Does it make any sense that it's magical?
He's gonna ignore me because he knows I'll win.
It's tough to say. You wouldn't know for sure. Just to look at it.
I guess I'll put it in my pack for now.
Okay, so you now have, call it Wicked Sickle.
Wicked sickle and the boots.
And the boots.
Throw those in there.
Mm-hmm.
While we're like just messing with the corpse, I call out in the house, Romeo! Romeo! No, not Romeo.
Romeo.
Romeo! Where the fuck are you?
It just kind of echoes out into the house, but you don't hear anything.
We investigate just the areas.
Sure, yeah.
Check the
Absolutely.
rooms and stuff.
He was up on a flight of stairs, right?
It was up here on this flight of stairs.
So there's a second landing.
There is.
I'd
It's
like
a
to go
tall
up.
story.
Was there a painting he was looking at or something? Or just
No, He's looking out a
He-
window.
He had his back turned to you as you walked up. Yeah, there's a window at the top of the stairs.
I'll look around for more big lady portion.
I agree. Why don't you sniff around for maybe the scent of the two that may have been here?
Yeah, well, I'll get to that bit too.
Well, fair enough.
Everyone's just you're just searching the house, basically?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone please make an investigation check.
Okay.
Tell me what you rock.
Oh, cool.
God almighty.
A 5.
Red cap.
Sweet.
Put that in my inventory.
6.
6, 5, 6.
5.
Same.
13.
9.
I got a dirty one.
Yay! Awesome. Wow, you guys take a long time in this house. Like it's not that big, but you take a long time. But Bronin somehow is leading the charge here. What you determine is that there's this. You wind up finding they're all more or less open and exposed, but like it seems like they're like secret passages and little rooms. There's like a trap door in the room over here that leads down some steps into like a cellar that's empty. And you go to the top floor and find a series of empty rooms. There's some like old furniture in it, very old furniture. It's just like covered in dust, and as I say, all the windows have been knocked out, and so there's like wind and rain. The elements have come in. Old tattered curtains, like an old rotting bed that's just completely rotted away. There's a chest of drawers that's empty. That's something's been nesting in it. But also the house seems to be relatively empty. Bronin, you do note that you saw them take the boots off, and there's a very distinctive tread on the bottom of these boots. And you find these boots head outside. You find
Prints.
prints of the boots out in front of the house.
Okay.
I got a bad feeling.
Can I continue? I say, hey, looks like the tread on those boots also have footprints out here. We should go.
You would know that because you're outside most of the time, weren't you?
I was.
So we want to go look outside and we'll follow in the tracks then?
Yeah, let's do that. Cree, can you smell this boot and see if you can smell the tracks?
Yeah, I could also smell the body, like if that's what we're looking for. So
Sure.
I could sniff some part of the thing.
Okay, you go over to the creature's legless corpse and give
I'll
us
pick up a leg and I give the leg a sniff.
Make a survival check.
Okay. Come on. Okay. 17.
All right. You take a good long sniff, and you find that the tracks seemed not to necessarily come from this creature, because you see that there are a couple different of the same particular tread, but you smell this creature, and it has a similar smell, but it's not the same creature. And you also note that there are other footprints with them.
So, but the same tread of the boots?
No, with a different print.
Oh,
larger.
So I'm picking up different tracks here from multiple people. Some from wearing the boots, but they smell different from the creature, and then others that don't match the tread on the boots.
Are they going in the same direction?
Yes.
They're going in the same direction. Yeah.
All right, let's follow it.
Can I make a survival check to see if the other pair of footprints are dragging or stepping?
Yep.
Well, it's a 9 plus which survival?
Survival, yeah.
Yeah, so 9 flat.
9. You can tell fairly easily that it seems to be steps. It's not. They're not like dug out trench.
And where are the tracks leading towards?
They kind of follow this stream that runs behind the house into the woods to the southwest.
Are we going against the current or with it?
With it.
Downstream.
Only one way to go.
Do we want to stop for a short rest before we go? Because this is our only lead at this point.
If we take too long, a short rest might be better than a long one. Get some gusto back.
Yes.
Right.
You want to take a short rest? Okay. You take an hour. You can roll your hit dice. If you have any hit dice you want to restore.
I'm going to use Song of Rest too.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
So I think it's an extra D6 for
everyone.
Yeah. So if you use a hit die, I think you get to. I'm gonna double check this, but you use the hit. If you use a hit die, you get an extra D6 on top of it.
Oh, okay.
When you can use soothing music or oration to help revitalize your wounded allies during a short rest, you and a friendly creature, any friendly creature who can hear your performance regains hit points at the end of the short rest by spending one or more hit dice. Each of those creatures regains an extra D6.
Play that Delric song again.
Yeah. Oh, just
smooth.
Delric is a big fan of it, huh?
Delric. Oh, Delric, you're the best Rick. Better than all the other Ricks. Oh, it's Delric.
Yeah, I'm good. I just rolled like max on both. So.
Oh, okay, very good.
Just stuff this back in, and then I'm going to use hit dice as well.
All right.
D8.
Okay.
So 8 plus 7 is 15, so I'm already healed up all the way.
Okay, you heal all the way back up.
Nice.
Ronan,
Wow,
you
wow.
heal up?
No, nothing
fine.
happened to me.
His armor's all shiny.
I caught my breath.
Okay, great. All right, yeah, we good to go. So anything you get back after a short rest, you would have just recovered.
Sounds good.
All right, an hour passes, and now it's now getting near dusk.
We should get going if we want to try and find them.
Let's move. Yeah.
Follow on the stream.
Okay. You follow along the stream, where the tracks with these unusual treads and the other feet that are not they head along the path, and you continue along. Cornelia, make another survival check, and note that it's a very because it's still damp out. The prints are really evident. So it's what'd you roll?
17.
Oh. Cornelia knows her way around these woods, and you find the tracks easily enough, and continue along. About an hour or so passes, and the sun has gone down. It is now pretty dark because it's overcast, and so the moon is hidden by the cloud cover overhead, and it's still kind of misty, damp out, and you are now. It's a little chilly out in the woods now, and you're making your way along, following along the stream, which doesn't seem to peter out, and you've traveled, you're guessing, probably about 3 hours now. Pretty tired. It's been a long day. You had a little scrap with a little dude. You're feeling pretty fatigued, but Cornelia, who's leading the group, you're all following behind a single file, and she reaches out. and catches herself on a tree trunk as she almost walks straight off a ledge. Wow. She was so intent on the thing, and it being dark and rainy and misty, and so intent she almost walks straight off the ledge, but stops and catches herself, and you guys all stop as well. And you see just a remarkable sight. As you're standing here, the clouds seem to part, and a shaft of bright white moonlight comes streaking down in front of you, and you see a massive sinkhole in front of you. It's probably it's at least a 100-foot drop from where you are, and down below at the bottom of this crater, there's a whole forest growing down in this sinkhole. The stream flows off it down 100 feet down into this sinkhole, and then disappears into these woods down below. Motes of dust and some sort of hang in this shaft of moonlight that shines straight down. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Damn.
It's like the Land Before Time when they find the tree.
Thanks, guys. Thank you for tonight's session.
Thank you. Yes,
I'd like to thank you for following along with us on Twitch. This evening's episode of To Be Your RPG, episode 3. If you have if you donated during tonight's episode, we're going to draw a name any minute now, and we will tell you who won. If you have not yet donated, you can still do so. Go to classicaltheater.org. You can donate directly there or below in our Twitch stream. Your donations are appreciated and tax deductible. And if you want to donate not during our episode, you can do that too. You can always donate through our PayPal or directly to Classical Theater Company at classicaltheater.org. We greatly appreciate our winner, any donation. And do we have a winner?
We do have a winner. Hannah Cash.
Hannah Cash, thank you so much for your donation, and congratulations on making on winning this very cool autographed Player's Handbook. Thank you, Bedrock View City. We will be back next Monday night for episode 4 of To Be or RPG. Thanks, y'all.